Hi guys, and welcome back to the Don Robbie channel. You're joining us for the Norwich versus Liverpool game about to kick off at 5:30. I'm Abby Summers, and joining me, I have a wonderful panel with me. To my left, we have none other than Liverpool's finest freestyler, Doyle.
That was the best introduction that I could have been given. The best freestyler in Liverpool.
The best freestyler in Liverpool. To be fair, I've only met one, which is him, so...
And that's probably the true story as well. I don't know any others even myself, so yeah, I'm going to claim that title.
You buzzing? Happy to be here?
Yeah, I'm made up. I'm looking forward to this Norwich game. Usually when we play these, we put them in a spliff, so I'm ready to do that.
Using that X language. And to my right, all the way from Norfolk, that is where Norwich is, isn't it?
Yeah. That is where Norwich is, yeah.
It's none other than Leon. Hello.
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, good to be here.
How are you feeling?
Well, we're the new boys, aren't we? So
I mean, you do come up and down. You're not that new.
We do. I say new boys. We're the new boys every other year.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm excited for it. We've actually spent some money this time, so it's going to be nice to see if we actually pull it off.
See what happens.
Instead of again.
And of course, none other than the Don Robbie himself joining us. You excited for this game?
I am actually. I'm looking forward to this game because I remember the last time Norwich was up when they had that game against Man City. When everybody thought they were going to get absolutely battered.
They didn't.
And that was when Pookie, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had 5 or 6 injuries then as well. We had a lot of players out, and Pookie got one, Cantwell got one as well. And at the back, I think we had like our 4th choice centre half.
Wow,
we had a midfielder at right back. And
stranger things have happened,
exactly.
Right?
Well,
and also, we were on the earlier one on the Don Robbie show. Anyone who tuned in for Manchester United v Leeds, 5-1. So we started the day off wonderfully, didn't we?
Well, no, it weren't wonderfully because United won 5-1.
Well, Arsenal moved off the bottom, so that was wonderful for you.
You know what, right?
This is my stream now. We can talk about Arsenal.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. Yeah. We're off the bottom of the table, yay.
There we go.
We're staying up.
Small wins.
I know, man.
Before we crack on to teams and talk about the game, we're going to go straight to... Oh, we're not going straight to Dave? We're not. We're going to round up. It's not full time yet. We're going to round up the 3 o'clock kickoffs, but if we can come back to Dave, we'll go and do the teams first and we'll come back to you. So, starting with Norwich. In goal, we have Tim Krul. Aaron's, Hanley, Gibson, Giannoulis, Lees, Melu, Gilmore, Rupp, Rashika, Pookie and Cantwell. Sorry if I mispronounced any of those.
No, that was bang on.
Bench. We have Zimmerman, Dow, Tzulis, Sorensen, McLean, Sargent, Mumba, Gunn and Ida. And for Liverpool, who's gone for a 4-3-3 this afternoon, they've got Alisson in goal, Alexander Arnold, Matip, Van Dijk, Tsimikas, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Milner, Naby Keita, Salah, Jota, Mane, and the bench is Fabinho, Konate, Firmino, Gomez, Minamino, Origi, Woodburn, Keller and Elliott. What do you make of that, Doyle?
A little bit, my mind's blown a little bit as to why we haven't started either Fab, Henderson or Thiago. Like that midfield right there is a scary prospect. So I'm a little bit worried. I'm not going to lie, I've seen it before and I was like, why has he done that? But the only thing I can think of is that he's going against previous games where we played against Norwich. He's trusted them in the pre-season. Like, did you see Chamberlain in Liverpool? I don't know if you've seen him. Chamberlain in pre-season for Liverpool has been fantastic.
Really?
A lot of people, I thought he was I was seeing him being linked with moves.
Yeah, he was. So he was. We were looking at shifting either Keita or Chamberlain, and I think Shaq's on his way out. So I think we're keeping them two, and putting faith in Chamberlain because when he got injured before in that season, he was fantastic.
He was doing well
Remember his goal against City?
Yeah.
Proper player.
He's just injury prone, isn't it? And every time he has an injury, they're long term. I think that's kind of his problem.
Same when he's at Arsenal.
Yeah.
He'd be doing really well, then be out for a period of time. Then he's on his rehab, coming back. Then the last time he was on a great run. Then that's when you end up buying him.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I mean? But he is always injured.
We found a spot as well. Like I think he's found a spot in our team in centre mid. Like when he played for Arsenal, he was on the wing a lot, wasn't he? So when he come to us, he's really blossomed in so many different ways. That I am happy that he's starting. The ones that I'm worried about is Keita because we all know about him. He's hit and miss, and
No Thiago at all today.
Thiago and all. To be honest, the one I'm most missing here is Hendo. Hendo's the leader. Hendo tells everyone he is got the picture of the pitch. You hear him when you go and watch the game. That's the one I'm most worried about. Why we haven't started him.
He's not on the bench.
He's not on the bench.
No Thiago, no Henderson.
He's off, mate.
No, he's not. No, he's
No.
not going nowhere. I was like, what? He's not going
Oh, he
nowhere.
ain't signed
lad.
that new contract, yeah.
It's a little bit scary though.
Hey,
I don't know.
he ain't signed a new contract, has he?
He'll get a new contract, him, lad. He don't. Like,
No, but he ain't
when
signed
the
it,
time
has
comes-
he?
No, he hasn't. I don't think so. Nah, he won't go anywhere, lad. He's not going anywhere until he's about 37, and then he'll go back to Sunderland to do his bon voyage. That's what he'll do, lad. That's him.
All right, let's talk about Norwich. Are you happy with that team?
I am actually. I don't think there's anyone I'd change, to be honest. We've got a couple of new signings in there. I didn't want them to throw too many in there because they're all quite young, everyone we've signed, and we've already got a young squad. We've obviously got Aarons at the back on the right. We've got obviously Gilmore, young Gilmore in the
Are
middle.
you happy with Gilmore?
Oh, so happy. In pre-season, he's absolutely run rings around everyone. He does, I hate to say it, but he looks too good for us. Like
Really?
he does. He looks so far ahead of our whole squad. Just that he's got that football and brain. He's just ahead of play. Like even in his debut for Chelsea, I think he played against you in the cup.
Fantastic,
And
lad.
he absolutely tore everyone apart. Like he was knocking it between Fabinho's legs. Like he was silly even then, and obviously everyone saw him in the England game. So really excited about him. We're lucky to have him for a year, and we had Skip last year.
I was
from
just
Spurs.
going to say, I mean, because obviously he was one of your, I think he was either your player of the season or one of your players, and was
Weren't very good, though,
pivotal when you're coming up.
He was brilliant. He was class. He started every game for us, and he was solid.
Would you have liked to sign him permanent?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think every Norwich fan would have loved to have him
I
back.
love
But
You love that, did you?
I think he's been starting a lot
Rubbing
for
it in.
Spurs recently.
Yeah, I
hasn't
mean, he looks totally different to the player that left.
Yeah, oh my
to
God,
go, he's
yeah.
bulked up, he looks like a man, and
Yeah,
he was a boy when he left.
He was unbelievable for us.
You know what I like for you guys, right? I like Cantwell.
Yeah, I'm really surprised no one came in for
Yeah,
Cantwell.
I think they did.
Yeah,
to
man,
be
you or
honest.
someone was looking for Cantwell.
Yeah,
like,
I think
he's
a
a
few
solid
people
player.
did come in, but I think from the players we've sold over the last few years, there's only so many we can give away without absolutely tearing us to pieces. Because we sold Godfrey, we sold obviously Jamal Lewis.
Yeah.
Obviously, Buendia's just gone as well. Like, if you take Cantwell out as well, like, it's basically ripping the whole team apart. So I'm glad we've kept hold of him. I think if we stay up this year, I think he might go.
Are you happy with the signings you brought in?
I am. I think we need to bring in another centre half, and maybe another defensive mid as well, to play with Gilmore, because the other two we've got sort of teams tend to push forward a lot more. And Gilmore's not really got the physical presence at the back there. He's only a little lad, but like you said earlier,
Yeah, the other lad makes up for it.
It's testament to how good of a player he is.
Yeah.
But no, I'm really happy with the team we've started, and I think actually after hearing Liverpool's starting 11, I think actually in the midfield is going to be a good battle in there.
Yeah.
Actually, we've had a super chat from Sir Daddy who said, "What's your expectation for Sargent?"
I mean, I don't know too much about him. I know that he was from Bremen, I think, where we got Rashika from as well. I mean, if he can get a nod in ahead of Pukki, or even if we sometimes go two up top, that'll be interesting to see. But yeah, I mean, if Pukki falls out of form or he doesn't get off to a great start, I think obviously we'll give him a go and see where he can get to.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think all the games are basically wrapped up now in the 3 o'clocks. So, Dave, are you ready?
You are ready?
Give us our 3 o'clock rundown, please, at full time.
Well, I'm going to start off obviously with the early match. Obviously, we watched earlier. Man United beat Leeds 5-1. Obviously, everybody's to the best of our knowledge. Chelsea have wrapped up their match against Crystal Palace 3-0. Goal scorers Alonso, Pulisic, and Chalobah. Okay, if we head to Turf Moor, Burnley after Tarkowski scored an early goal. Brighton have beaten Burnley, goals by Mopai and McAllister, who just came on later was in the end of the game. Then we have also Everton versus Southampton. 3-1 victors Everton, first game, of course. Doyle, you're not looking very...
Not happy about that, no, obviously. Never happy when Everton win.
We'll come and talk about that in a
Rafa Benitez, Richarlison, Decore, Calvert-Lewin after an early goal taken by Southampton earlier by Armstrong. So it's 3-1 victors for Everton. And then we move on to Leicester versus Wolves. Just a single goal scorer, Vardy. And the final match of the day, which is still going on actually, is Watford versus Aston Villa. They're in the 97th minute at the moment. It's still going on, and Dennis, Sarr, Hernandez, Suarez, McGinn and Ings, who just scored a penalty for Aston Villa. So I don't know the situation there at the moment.
just finished.
I think it's
Just
just ended.
3-2.
It has just ended, yes, 3-2. I can get word of that. It's just ended 3-2. Watford beating Aston Villa 3-2.
Thank you
And
very
that
much.
is the roundup of the 3 o'clock games. And we're waiting for the result between Norwich and Liverpool at 5:30 onwards.
Thank you very much, Dave. So let's just quickly come to you, Doyle, about that Everton situation. Obviously, Rafa has now become a blue of Merseyside. From what everyone, and what you've said as well, no one's really very happy about that on either side of Merseyside. So what do you make of it? Why has he done that?
This is funny, like, and honestly, like, as for Liverpool fans, we're all laughing our heads off at this because he's just like a secret agent for us. Like, that's what we thought he was going to be anyway until after this game. All I know is every single one of my mates that are Everton supporters is not really happy about this, just simply because he won so much with the Reds and he was a Reds legend. He's got songs with us, so to see this happen right now is again just hilarious.
But he has, you know, taken them to their first victory of the season, 3-1 over Southampton. Surely that's a positive thing. Maybe Everton fans looking a little bit more happy about it.
I'm going to text my mates now, I think, and see what they say. But it's going to take some convincing. I'm not messing. I looked at a chart for the optimism of the teams. Everton at the bottom, at the very bottom of like 20% or something. So it's going to take a lot of convincing. This 3-1 will be good for them, but believe me, from what my mates are saying, it's going to take a lot.
It's one of them, innit, where I don't know, we know Rafa's got, you know, he's got tough skin, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's going to take a lot of convincing. I remember when George Graham went to Spurs, innit? And he actually won you a trophy.
He did.
Right? But still, none of your fans were having him, really, were they?
No.
They were still, even though he won a trophy for them, they weren't having him.
I've never seen anything like this. I haven't, me personally, I've never seen, in my city anyway, something like this where it's so shocking to the fans that they just don't want to watch.
But there has been a lot of time that's gone on between it, and Rafa has been at numerous different places. I mean, he's been to China and back in that time, you know, the northeast. So maybe it felt like there had been so much time gone past.
We won a Champions League with them. As soon as that happened, game over. You can't go. You can't go to Man United and you can't go to Everton. You can't do that.
Has your memory now been tarnished of him?
No, like I said, this is just funny to me. I'm actually laughing at him. Like, this is, I see him going to the club and being a secret agent for us, so that's why we're laughing at it. Like, genuinely.
I saw an Everton fan say the other day, it's so nice to see so many Liverpool fans with our manager tattooed on them. I thought that's brilliant to be fair.
Exactly, like, there you go. There you go.
That is so funny. Another game today, Burnley v Brighton. Now, you and I have had many conversations, Rob, about Burnley, okay? And I know it's only the first game, and you said that you think Brighton could go down. I said I think Burnley could go down this season. Burnley, again.
I told
just
you already.
saying.
Yeah, they
At home. You told me they don't lose at home.
They're winning 1-0 as well. But
and you told me Brighton don't score goals. Who today?
Yeah. But Burnley always pull it off, man.
They do.
Sean Dyche, man. Don't hate on Sean Dyche. He always somehow manages to pull it out of the bag. He will get on a little run, you know. It's too warm now, isn't it? When it gets a bit cold and horrible, you know what I mean?
Really
cold and horrible and that. That's when he comes into his own, man.
They do.
Eats nails.
And I'm telling you that they'll win, even though they lost at home today. They will win a lot of games at home.
I don't disagree, but are we just? You said that you think Brighton could go down. I just feel like we may be sleeping on Brighton a bit, just because of Graham Potter and also the fact the transfer window's not done. If they could get someone in that can also help put the ball in the back of the net, surely they, you know, they're a good side.
Yeah, Graham Potter's a very, very good manager.
Yeah.
You know, you think about what he did. He was at Östersunds, took them for the bottom division in Sweden to the top. Done, you know, I love his style of football, you know, that he plays in that. But Brighton, every year they're kind of in and around that area. I just think again they will be in and around that area again. You know, did you see Graham Potter earlier? I didn't even recognise him, man, with all the beard and everything like that. I was like, who's that? But,
growing it out for the winter.
Yeah, I still think they're one of them endangered clubs. I think Southampton, they'll be in. I mean, Burnley will be in and around it. But I'm telling you, Sean Dyche, he always pulls it off. There's always a little run he goes on.
He loves Sean Dyche.
They nick out. I like him, man. I met him before. I met him before actually, and he was all right. But they're horrible, you know what I mean? They get. I like that though. I like that. You know what I like about Burnley, right? They ain't got no stars.
No.
They got the worst ground probably in the Premier League. It's the most unfashionable place.
Yeah.
You know,
Who doesn't want
it's
him
no
in
disrespect to them. And that's why Abbi hates them, right? She's like, oh, I don't want to go to Burnley away. Listen,
it's not a nice trip. It's intimidating. It's not
Right.
nice. It's not
Burnley
nice.
away.
It's not a nice trip.
but I'm telling you, they always pull it off. It's like, I don't know, it's like, it's that siege mentality and that. They know who they are and they just get out of it, man. And I respect Burnley and I respect Dyche. And who's no stars? Look, Chris Wood.
Yeah, literally, that's it, isn't it?
Okay, well, let's talk about the top of the table and the antics that could go on there. Chelsea 3-0 today, literally.
Talking about the top of the table, I'm going.
Well, we're not talking about Arsenal.
We're at the bottom.
we were just talking about the bottom, that relegation scrap already. Chelsea 3-0 against Crystal Palace today. That's before they've even had the introduction of Romelu Lukaku. Goals from Alonso, Pulisic and Chalobah. Surely they've got to be in contention this season, title challenging with the squad they've got?
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Surely. I think they even had more players missing today as well. I think they didn't have...
No Lukaku for one.
Yeah, for a start, no
Yeah.
Lukaku. I don't think they had...
No Kante.
yeah, no,
No
that's it,
Kante
yeah.
as
Because
well.
they've been played, remember they played in the Super Cup during the week.
Yeah.
So they
They're
played on...
firing already. They're firing all
Yeah,
cylinders
they played
already
on
'cause
Wednesday
like
night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
So-
Played Wednesday night, won that as well.
Basically like a lot of the sort of second team today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No Havertz, I think,
Yeah,
today
that's
as
it,
well.
Havertz as well, yeah.
You know,
There weren't no Havertz.
Ziyech is out injured. I mean, they've got an unbelievable squad.
Yeah, they
Are
do.
we expecting them to run, I guess we have to say Manchester City would still be favourites. And obviously after today with Manchester United, they will be talked about as well as potentially challenging with the squad that they have, unfortunately.
Yes.
We'll talk obviously about, potentially with Liverpool, but I think, would you not say that Chelsea are probably the other team that could be in contention for that along those two sides?
I think
100%,
I think anyone who finishes above Chelsea are going to win the league.
Yeah.
I think after today, with Man United's result, I was still a bit, is Sancho going to be enough and Varane? When you compare it to Grealish and potentially Kane going to City and obviously Lukaku going to Chelsea. But after seeing 5-1, I mean, I know we've said Leeds were very open today, but that has sort of made me think it's going to be that four.
Yeah.
With
Yeah, United were missing a lot of players today as
Yeah, as well, yeah.
You think about it, right? And I think United are going to be involved.
Yeah.
I think United can fight for that league this year.
Yeah, no, I do.
I think
It's only going to be down to, we all keep saying it's going to be down to their manager, Ollie, if he could, but they've got the personnel now. As I said, they had loads of players today that weren't there, and they destroyed Leeds, right? And I hate to say it, I think they're in it. Right? I think they're definitely in it, United. Chelsea with Lukaku in there, Lukaku guarantees you probably 20 goals plus. That's something they didn't have last year with Timo Werner.
No.
So they're going to be in it. Liverpool, you can't discount now that Van Dijk and all those guys are back. They're back in it again. I remember as well, I think with United, they had a terrible start to the season last year. And then remember, they then went on a great run. If they can sort out the start,
And I have to say, I
they're
think
gonna be
a lot of title campaigns, I know City didn't have a great start, but
Yeah, they did
on
have a
normal
poor start.
years, non-COVID affected years, the start of your season carries you a long way,
Yeah.
in where you end up finishing. Because if you've got that momentum and then you go into that Christmas period where teams do tend to drop off and have that little bit of itchy feet and fall a little bit, the start of the season really does help you, to get you past that and push you on, even if you do fall. Just talking about Liverpool quickly, obviously we know you had a terrible season with injuries and things like that, and obviously still managed to finish, Champions League spots. I had a little bit of luck on your side, I would say, Alisson and whatnot. Where do you see yourself? Because for me, when I look at your squad personally, I don't think you've done anything to strengthen. Not that you have a great squad, but do you ever feel that it could go a little bit stale?
Yes and no. I'd say that right now, this is the most exciting league that we've seen in a few years because all the top four are as close as they've ever been.
Thank God, because it needs to have
Yeah, it needs
that.
to. I agree.
that
It can't just be Liverpool and City all the time.
Yeah.
But do you know what I'll say? And I'm going to say this quite confidently with my chest. Do you know what the major difference is for Liverpool? Our fans are back.
Yeah.
Anfield is a different place with our fans, and when you come to that place, it doesn't matter if you're Man United, Chelsea, City, you've got the potential to lose. And so that's why I'm quite confident that we can still win it with our full strength team. Although we haven't added any new players, we've got our best players back. So we missed Van Dijk and we missed Gomez massively last season. We also missed Fab for a very long time, and we had to play him in a position where it's not best suited for him essentially. So this is a Liverpool side that you still haven't seen yet.
Is it a case that you would only want to buy someone if it was to better the front three that you already have? Otherwise, there's not much point.
Or a centre mid as well, because in my opinion, Gini, I loved him. Yeah. He was our most consistent player. He played every match and he done his job perfectly. Like, I was very sad to see that player go. Gutted,
yeah,
mate.
I'm surprised.
Gutted.
I'm surprised at that as
very
well.
sad about. So someone to replace him would be nice as well.
We've got a super chat from Sir Daddy who said, "Do you think Liverpool should get another striker?"
This is the thing, right? So you're looking at players like that Rafinha. Like for Leeds, we were linked with him at one point, and I was happy to take him on board. Yeah, especially when we're getting rid of players like Shaq who fit into that top three. We don't play necessarily two strikers. We play a dynamic trio, and them trios can be a winger, a striker, whatever. So I'd want another forward, yes, definitely, because I don't want to get riddled with no more injuries again and have to pay for it. Because that's why teams like City, that's why teams like Chelsea are scary at the moment, because they've got two squads. You've just been talking about how they're missing players and still winning. They've got massive squads.
Do you know that's the only thing I think with Liverpool though, right, is they haven't refreshed.
This is what I'm saying.
You can kind of look at that Liverpool team and say, well, they don't really need, because like you said, with the injuries they had last year and everything. But I've seen the same thing with Arsenal, that, and don't get me wrong, Arsenal are a level below you guys. But when you see kind of more or less the same team, you're like, yeah, it's the same.
I get you.
You need a bit of refreshing in the team, something to lift the. I saw today when United, they announced Varane at the start of the game, and the lift that gave to their fans, and the fact that he's coming in. I think sometimes, it doesn't matter how good a team you are, it needs a bit of refreshing sometimes, and that's what Fergie used to do well when he was at United, didn't he?
He was
only ever like just one or two players, even just one player.
Yeah, that's all it was.
There he is, the main man.
Brooks in the super chat said Liverpool starting 11 is better or as good as the rest of the top four.
I think people sleep on our depth as well. Like I said, Chamberlain is a good player, you know. Milner is a good player.
I think when Henderson goes though, that might be a problem.
That's dangerous. Nah, it's not. Don't be talking about it. Henderson's never leaving, all right? If you ever see this, Hendo, please never leave, lad. We need you, okay? But he's not going, like I said. He's the last club he'll play for.
I thought I'd wind you up,
All right, moving on from Liverpool, Leicester. So 1-0 win today. Jamie Vardy on the score sheet against Wolves. You know, they've always been in the top four the last 2 seasons. You know, and arguably you've snuck in there at their expense. No thanks to Spurs helping them out on the last day of the season. But yeah, Leicester, you know, we talk about them and we say how well run they are as a club, you know, fantastic. Brendan Rodgers won the FA Cup, obviously the Community Shield now, but no Champions League football, 2 seasons back to back, being in those Champions League spots the whole way until the end and then falling short at the end. Why is that, Rob?
Squad. They again, they've got a great sort of starting 11 and a few good backup players, but they had a load of injuries last year and they just couldn't cope with it. And that's why you see them drop away at the end when Harvey Barnes was missing, Maddison was out, you know, Chionchu, when they lost all those players, I mean, those are huge players for them, they just couldn't cope with it. And that's what allowed Liverpool to sneak in. If they had a better squad, I think for the last 2 seasons they would have got into the top 4.
What are you expecting though from this season? Because obviously they signed Patson Daka.
Yeah, good signing.
Samare as well.
Yeah, I think they're going to be there or thereabouts again. I don't think they're strong enough to get into the top 4, but I think they're going to be up there again because they're a good side. And look again today, who scored? Vardy.
Yeah.
Love that man. You got to love him, man. You got to love him.
I really miss him with England as well, Vardy.
Yeah.
I think he would have been the perfect guy, like, especially when Kane was having a bit of the drought in the Euros. Just slot him in for a game, and you know he's just going to give everything.
He's a lightning bolt, lad. He just goes.
Bring him back.
Just kick the ball over the top and he just runs at it.
No, but Vardy, what a professional, what a player. You know, he just does it year in year. They brought in all these new players, right? And it's almost like, again, that's what I say about refreshing. Because he knows now, Vardy, now that Patson Daka's in there, you've got Iheanacho who's balling at the end of the season. He knows now, Vardy, all of a sudden, he's got to step up. Or it's going to be kind of like, well, Jamie, you're knocking on a bit now, less and less games, so you kind of get phased out. So he stepped it up, he scored again today, and that's what I mean about sometimes just bringing in players to refresh it, adding that challenge to certain established players. But Leicester will be there, man, and they've got Brendan Rodgers, a good manager. And you know, I think we all know that's a very well-run club, man, and the way they do things. So they're going to be there or thereabouts, definitely.
We've got a super chat for you, Rob, and that's from Nevelan Moodley, who said, Robbie, Konate is the addition, Naby back, thoughts?
True, yeah, Konate's coming, and that's a good signing.
Boss signing.
But that's it. Who else has already
This is what
signed?
I'm
No
saying,
one else?
we haven't signed anyone, and we might, and let's just remember, like, the window's still open, so
Yeah.
we are,
Yeah.
Do you expect to do business?
and
do?
so I feel like...
In what position?
At the top, forward or a centre mid, one of them two, we're going to get somebody there. Even
What, striker?
not a striker, I feel like it'll be like a Jota type of player where you can play him wing, you can play him striker, you can play him wherever you want in the top three. That's how we play. We don't buy fixed positions usually anyway, we play dynamic players. That's how we can swap our system and stuff. But like I said, honestly, this is a Liverpool team that you haven't seen yet. You haven't seen a fully fit Liverpool team. So without these signings, I'm still confident, believe me. If we could keep this team fit now,
If,
I know.
and that's the thing.
That's the worry. That's the only
It's
worry
taking
I've
a
got.
chance, isn't it?
Yes, that's the
It's
only
taking
worry.
a chance, and then we don't know how, say, a Van Dijk's going to come back. Is he going to be in the same shape as he was before?
Yeah.
It was a horrible injury, wasn't it?
It was
Yeah.
awful, lad. And he come back, he did have a little bit of a few shaky moments in the pre-season and that, but class is permanent, guys. Like, we all know that. Class is permanent.
But
He's the best defender I've ever seen in my
Konaté
life.
signing's a good sign.
He's something else.
Konaté's
So
boss.
it's a good signing, a good
Pre-season,
signing.
he was pinging balls over the top as well. He looks like he fits into our system. I am confident in this Liverpool squad. I am really confident in it.
Before we move on to talk about Watford Villa, Neville and Moodley also said Harvey Elliott is practically a new signing.
Belter little player. 18 years old, and he looks like he's going to be the next big thing.
Unreal.
He is
I
quality.
saw a lot of him for Blackburn, and he was just.
Will he play though?
He's
Yeah.
I think that's
the reason we haven't put him
your
on.
Your youth has been good, and the way that he utilised them last year, Jurgen Klopp, under when you had all those injuries, was very good.
He's got, like Curtis Jones as well. We're sleeping
Nat
on all
Phillips,
Nat throws his head on anything. Like we're sleeping on a lot of these Liverpool players, and I don't feel like they're getting the respect they deserve, type of thing. So Harvey Elliott, mate, there's a reason why he hasn't gone on loan. Because we could have put him on loan again, he's only 18. And we decided, nah, you're staying, lad, so you can slot some goals for us, because he looks boss. Does, you know.
Heard it here first. Okay, Watford, Aston Villa. So that game ended in 3-2. Bit of a crazy game. Honestly, I'm just having a look here. I think Watford were 3-0 up.
Yeah.
And Villa clawed 2 back. Obviously, a new look Villa without Jack Grealish. Leon, how do you think Villa are going to lose? Because they're one of the sides that always came up and went down, and obviously they've been up for a while now, but losing Grealish,
yeah, I know,
huge.
It is massive. But I think obviously they've reinvested all of that money. They've brought in, it hurts me to say it, but they stole Buendia. And then I thought they was going to come for Cantwell as well, but luckily they didn't. I thought they were going to try and replace Grealish with Cantwell, but luckily it doesn't look like that's going to happen.
Then
now.
they could take your whole squad.
No. But yeah, they seem to have reinvested the money quite well. I think I saw the. Did you see the video from their chairman talking about the Grealish move? And I think he sort of said that he tried to buy a few players to try and create the same thing which Grealish done as one player. Which
I remember the last team that did that.
I mean, it's sort of a bit. It's a bit of a dagger for them players as well, isn't it? Because it's like you can only do one thing of what. It's like,
you're 1/5 of Grealish.
It's just trying to do something, because you can't replace Jack Grealish with Jack Grealish, because there's only one Jack Grealish that can do that job. So I guess it's trying to utilise, and spend the money well. If Jack Grealish can do this, then we want someone that can do that, and vice versa, which is actually quite a smart way of looking at it.
Yeah, I suppose it is really. Yeah, I was just joking. But with Villa, I think the money but it seems to be reinvested well. I was surprised they've lost today. I thought they would have got off to a good start with the new players they've brought in. But I think when they get out their home ground and they've got the fans behind them, I think they'll start picking up some results.
He's playing against them newly promoted teams early. I mean, we had it last night, right? And you don't want to catch the newly promoted teams at home first game of the season.
2 out of 2, isn't it?
Yeah, you want them like later on.
Yeah,
It's like with you guys today, you know what I mean? Like all them Norwich fans, they're pumped for that game.
Yeah,
the players are pumped, you know what I mean? Whereas sometimes when you catch newly promoted teams, say
Leeds and Liverpool
October,
last season.
November, you know what I mean?
That game was madness. That game, I was panicking in that game. I remember.
Yeah, and you were lucky because you didn't. Imagine if you'd have had to go to Ellen Road first game
Would have got smoked,
with their
probably.
fans in it. You know what I mean? So you want to avoid those. I mean, this is a tough game for Liverpool because although Liverpool always seem to beat Norwich.
We've got no Suarez today though, and he used to bag like 17 goals a game. Didn't
I was
he?
at the game when he scored from the halfway line, mate.
Insane,
I was
lad.
just like,
I remember that one just took
yeah.
nightmare, lad.
Wow, it should make for quite an exciting game, because we just don't know who's going to turn up and who's not going to turn up. What's your prediction?
I'm going to be cheeky and say 3-0 Liverpool.
Put no respect
Statement.
for Norwich.
Sorry, lad. I'm sorry, Leon, lad.
No,
Zero respect.
Like I said earlier, we don't have a great record against you. But last time we played, it was like we said earlier, it was a 1-0,
tight,
80th minute.
Yeah.
So we held you. I think I'll take a draw. I mean, that would be a great start for us. I mean, we're playing against
Score draw.
European champions. I can see a score draw.
Okay.
I can see a 1-1 potentially.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll take a 1-1. But I'm going to say 2-0.
First game of the season, anything's possible.
I think
Wow, come on. You've got to back your team. It's the first game of the season.
Got your shares on,
I'm back in
come on.
1-1. I'm back in 1-1. But my second result is 2-0 Liverpool.
I'm all right with that second result. That's a good one.
The biggest
It's
cop
just because
out.
it's Liverpool. If it was City, I'd be backing us to win, I think.
Rob, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I've got to go with Liverpool, man. The firepower.
Yeah.
They're showing one there. Jota, Mane, Salah. Yeah, that, to me, I always say, for me, Salah is the most, even though we all know how good he is, even though he scores goals for fun, you don't get the respect. He doesn't get the respect, immediately say Harry Kane, for instance, and it's nothing to do with you're Abbi, but we'll immediately say Harry Kane, goal scorer, extraordinary sort of thing, yeah? But they don't sort of say that about Salah, but he's the same.
Yeah.
He's always there, you know what I mean? I think he just missed out on the Golden Boot by 1 goal last season. He shared it the year before, he won it the year before that. So I can only see, unfortunately, but I think it's going to be a tight game. I'm going to go probably like a 2-1 because I think the fact, as I said, you're playing Norwich at home, first game of the season. Sometimes the big teams are not really up to speed yet. Some of the players ain't really playing, so
I think as well as Norwich players who were in the Premier League a few years ago, like your Campwells.
Yeah.
Obviously Gilmore's got some decent experience behind him now. But this Campwell coming into this season isn't the same Campwell that was there 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
I can see that.
And he was doing bits then as well.
Yeah.
So he's had a great season in the
how's
Championship.
he changed?
I think he's just become, he's stronger, he's tougher. He's more built for the Premier League. He's a Premier League player.
I think he looked good last time he was up to
Yeah,
play.
he did.
Yeah.
Him and Buendia were stand out for us last time.
And
But
I
this
think
is
Max, there's always that talk about Max
Max
Aarons,
Aarons,
who never makes the move either.
yeah.
I want to see how he plays today.
Yeah, I'm interested in that
It's
too.
another player who was in the Premier League last time as well, but he's coming back now. They've got an extra 2 years experience, or an extra year experience. And we walked the Championship last year, and I think these are different players coming back into this time.
You did have Oliver
so I think
Stick though.
we did.
Just an interesting thing someone's put here from Virgin on, that's not baiting me out, that's actually his name. African Cup of Nations will disrupt Liverpool's season big time.
No, it won't. There's only 2 games that they're missing from. 2 games, and they're not. And we're playing Chelsea just before that. The 2 games that they're missing, they're not necessarily the biggest games in the world either. It won't disrupt us. I've thought about this. I'm sorry to dampen anyone's dreams on this, and it won't.
Only 2 games?
Only 2 games.
In the whole month of January?
Yeah. I don't know how it works.
Because usually we have FA Cup.
You've got the FA Cup games,
Cup.
haven't you?
Yeah, but we're famously not we don't really do that, do we? We don't do the FA Cup.
Okay. Lots of people saying Billy Gilmore's going to be a top player. Lots of people putting respect on his name. Harley MCFC said, Robbie, you've got an agenda against Kane. I agree.
Against who?
Harry Kane.
Of course I am. I mean, he's Tottenham, isn't he? I mean, no, listen, do I not always admit, right, that he's a quality player? That's why he's going to Man City. Yeah, I mean, I don't have it.
I'm just going to ignore
But
you.
no, listen. Of course I've got an agenda against him because he plays for the opposition. It doesn't mean I don't respect the fact that he's a very, very good player.
Someone said Harry Kane's bigger than the whole of Arsenal.
No.
So
Although the fee might be more expensive than the whole of Arsenal.
Some people are saying Van Dijk's going to look a bit slow today. That could work in Norwich's favour.
I can't say. This is the first game of the season, and we can never say what these are going to be like. We've got no form to base anything off. I'm just hoping that he comes back, and like I said, class is permanent. So
it's just hopefully he's in good, you know.
Yeah, even if he has to slightly adjust his game, he's clever enough to do that.
His timing, yeah, he is, lad.
Yeah,
the only thing that's off a little bit, he's had a few headers in the box and he's missed them.
Yeah.
His timing's a little bit off, but other than that, he looks alright to me.
Aiden said Keita's been brilliant in pre-season.
Boss.
You think he has been?
This is why they're getting the chance now. You know, it genuinely is. Milner is Mr. Reliable, so we'll always start him anyway.
How old is James Milner now?
About 35, 36.
Right, yeah.
Wins the bleep test, by the way, in Liverpool training every single start of the season. He's won it every single year that he's been there. That's how dedicated he is to the game.
Love that.
But yeah, Keita and Chamberlain have been brilliant. You know, I'm excited, a little bit excited to see them. I am.
Bleep, like in speed bleep test?
No, it's like, you know, speed bleep test. So do you know you have to run from one
I
side
know,
to the other?
yeah.
He wins it. Beats all the young kids. Yeah.
Beats Salah in a
Beats
bleep
Salah,
test.
beats them all. He's got the mentality to do it.
You can do everything
Beats
if you
Hendo.
put your mind to it, can't you?
Swear down. It's madness.
That is mad.
Someone called him the pre-season Perlo.
Hanley does that for Norwich.
Pardon?
Hanley is apparently the quickest player for Norwich.
It would make sense.
You look at like Aarons, you look at our wingers. Apparently Hanley, big Scottish geezer at the back, bosses it. He's apparently like off after like 10 yards or so, he's just gone.
So the bleep test isn't even necessarily about speed, it's about stamina. It's about how much your iron lungs, it's about how long you can keep going.
Endurance, isn't it?
Yeah, just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. And that's what he does. That's why he's still able to play at the top of his top level now at what? 35, 36. It's boss, I love Milner. Boss player.
So who do you expect to win the league, Doyle?
Liverpool.
Are you just saying that just because you are?
100% yes.
But if without the bias that's in you.
Right, I'm scared of City and I'm scared of Chelsea always because well, not always. City are always, they've got like 3 teams, so they've got a manager that's fantastic. The difference now with Chelsea is, we were talking about momentum. They have momentum from the last part of their season as well. They just won the Champions League, the Super Cup. They also have Thomas Tuchel, who is a fantastic tactician. We've seen that in the Super Cup, how he changed the goalkeepers up in the last moments. Yeah. He's a great manager. So I am worried about both of them teams, and I think what Leon said, whoever finishes above Chelsea probably will win the league.
Do you think it'd be City, Leon?
I think I'll look at that top 4 with Man United, you lot, Chelsea, City, and I think the only thing that makes me think Man United aren't going to do it is the manager, because you look, Klopp,
agreed.
You've got Pep,
agreed, lad,
and you've got Tuchel, and then
so
you've got
many people
Ollie.
say that about United, don't they?
I mean, but at the same time, they have really strengthened. So it seems difficult to like write them off based on that, but it does play a big part in it, doesn't it? And I think it's between you
Plus their fans are back as well. Man United fans and Liverpool fans are a big factor in this.
Yeah.
Chelsea fans and City fans
nothing
are not, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They're just not.
Yeah.
It's a fair point. Rob, Michael Bailey said, ask Robbie which Premier League team he's 100% sure that Arsenal could beat at the moment.
None. 100% sure, none.
100% sure.
That's where we are at the moment.
There's
none.
not one
But
team
listen,
that you can say.
I was saying to my friends yesterday that it used to be back in the day with Arsenal. I remember the invincible season when we won. I went to every single game, no matter where we went, and I was confident that we'd win.
Yeah.
I think it's like how Man City are now. That's how we were then. You know what I mean? It's like you were confident, whether home, away, wherever you were confident. But now when I go to games, I'm confident that we can win, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll be honest with you.
Were you confident last night?
I wasn't. No.
No.
I felt at the start of the week, I felt fairly confident that we win. Well, the minute I saw the team, and the minute I'd heard earlier on in the day that there was going to be no Aubameyang, Lacazette, no Partey, no Gabriel. I mean, there are mitigating circumstances to Arsenal last night. I mean, they were playing, you know, you have Martinelli, he's only just come back from the Olympics. He hasn't even had a pre-season, he hasn't even had a rest. Yeah. You had Balogun who was making his debut, you know what I mean? So there were mitigating circumstances, but I saw the team and I wasn't 100% confident.
Would you have felt more confident if Aubameyang and Laka were there?
Yeah.
You would have?
Yeah, because they're got, even though Aubameyang's had a poor pre-season as well, but they're goal scorers and they're experienced players. And yesterday I just looked at the team and I was like, it's a bit like a League Cup team with the amount of players, senior players that were missing. So, but yeah, the confidence is not, it's not there at the moment. It's not there. That's just the honest truth.
Mentality said, I can see the hurt in Robbie. Arsenal are in shambles. And Nathan Roy said, look how sad Robbie looks, knowing that Arsenal aren't even involved in these talks. And then someone said, Arsenal to finish in the top 20.
I tell that person to F off, you know what I mean? Listen, it's true. I'm feeling, after last night, I am feeling a bit down. And I'm just generally, the moods, this is not how I should be starting off the start of a season. No. However, it is the only thing I'll look and say it's early. I remember how City, I'm not saying we're City, but remember how they started off last season? They started off very poorly and they won the league. So,
but the one thing that could be in your favour is the fact that you've got no other games. You've got no European football for the first time.
We haven't, but we've got.
Forever.
If you've seen our first 3 games, you know, Chelsea next,
you could
then
be
City
down.
away.
Hopefully,
So
you could be down before we even get going.
Yeah, shut up. Well, you got City tomorrow.
Yeah, don't worry about us. You know.
You think you win that?
Don't you worry about us. No, I think we'll draw. I think if we're going to have City at any time,
Actually, yeah,
I'd like
catching City at
good
home
time.
first game of the season is a good time.
I go for it. Harry Doherty has pointed something out, Leon. He said Liam was on the X Factor. I thought I knew him from somewhere.
I
You were on the
certainly
X
was.
Factor?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Give us a rendition.
I don't sing for free.
Love that, man. Love that. You telling
Someone
me
put
that, man.
something in the super
I ain't
chat
doing no
and make
singing
it.
for free.
Someone
Take
just
me
put some
swing
money in
for it. You know
there.
what I mean?
Yeah, no, I was.
Were you in a
yeah.
band or were you
No,
solo?
well, actually, I was. I went on with my brother in 2017, and as a duo, and we got through the first few bits. We got to boot camp, and then they split us up, and unfortunately sent my brother home and put me through, and then I got all the way to the live shows, and I finished 8th.
Did you?
Yeah.
Hey, hold on a minute. They sent your brother home.
Yeah, I know.
Deep.
Ruthless. He's better than me now as well.
That's proper
I know.
ruthless,
He's
isn't it?
younger than me, but at the time he didn't have a. Like I've been doing it for a little bit longer. We'd both been doing it on our own.
Yeah.
And then we decided one day, let's come together and do it together. And we done it. And obviously I had a little bit more experience, so his nerves shoe a bit more because they split us up, and then they made us both do the next round as soloists. So then I went on. It went really well. I got like standing ovation and stuff, and then I got like a seat. And then they put my brother on straight after me, and then he was obviously really nervous, as I would have been if I'd have seen him smash it before me. And sort of the nerves just sort of shoe a bit more, and they sent him home. And then I went to like judges' houses in Turkey and stuff, and then got through that and went to live shows and everything. It was mad. Yeah, it was good.
Jeez,
So if
that's
you win
weird.
today, let's say,
If
if
we
you
win.
win, can we have a song?
Yeah, I'll sing if we win.
Okay.
Sing if you're winning.
You only sing when you win.
Winning, sing when you win.
I'm
That's
Blue
brilliant.
Dabba Dee Dabba Die. Said, love the setup, Don Robbie. Glory, glory, Man United.
Yeah. I
All
was
of them
just about to say
coming
thank you.
It
until you
started
said
well.
that.
All of them coming out the woodwork.
But thank you.
All right, the game is about to kick off, by the way, for everyone who is joining us or just about to join us. Teams are just coming out now, so we're going to get underway in a second. Someone said Arsenal are relegation fodder. Another one said Arsenal get top 4. You know? I think they're crazy.
That was my son.
Okay. I'm just having a quick read through. Arsenal's a dead club, no ambition at all. I think you could probably agree with the lack of ambition, couldn't you, Rob?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, lads. Good luck to the game and that, lads.
Bing. May the best team win, guys.
All of that stuff.
Well, by the way, what sort of music was it? What sort of?
So it was like pop R&B.
Yeah.
So I done Closer by the Chainsmokers, but I threw like my own rap in
I
it.
like that song. Oh, you rap?
Yeah, I mentioned Nicole in it as well, and she loved it. So
Oh, yeah.
She's nice, isn't
Yeah.
she? Jeez, I forgot.
yeah, she's beautiful. She's something else.
She's nice, man.
She's nice.
Yeah, I ended up having Louis Walsh as my judge though, so I was fuming.
What did he give you to sing? Like something like Sweet Caroline?
Do you know what? This is actually quite funny, but I got given a song which I really didn't want to sing, and I thought I was still able to change it. And I went into rehearsals the next day when we was at the X Factor house, and they basically had locked my song in. So I was like, "What? Like, I've got to sing this?" And they were like, "Yeah, you've got to sing it now." I was like, "I was told I could change it." Anyway, I was like fuming about it. So I rung Louis and I said, all the producers have told me that I have to keep this song." And he said, "Tell you what," he said, "the one way you'll be able to get your own way is if you go to the producers and start crying." He said, "And then they might
What
change
song
it
was
for
it?
you." Get Lucky.
Oh.
Yeah.
Show business, lads.
I know. Yeah. He
Show
said, "Go and
business.
cry, and they might change it for you." I was like, "What?
Whoa.
I'm not going to go cry."
So he sung it? Did you go out that
We
week?
fucking got knocked out.
Oh, lads.
Cry, man, cry.
Should have trusted your
Should have cried.
instincts. Right, just before we kick off, I'm Blue Dabba Dee Dabba Da said Arsenal top 4 in the Championship next season. That's the last one, guys. Stop. You know, you've got to be fair on this channel. We've got to be fair. We can't just keep doing this
I
for
should have
all
stayed
day.
at home, man. You know what I mean? Expose myself to
We're just
all this
about
banter.
to kick off. in the first
we go.
5:30.
That's a good away day,
season.
Norwich. That's a good away day. I like going there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never
nice
been to
drive.
Norwich actually. Never been.
Yeah, it's
Have
good
you not?
there.
Never. It's a
never
nice
been.
drive.
No, it's
to
good
go.
away day, man. Good
No,
away
it's
day.
very like country.
Oh, it's on seaside, isn't it?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
right near Great Yarmouth.
So I like to see him I'm from the Mersey myself. You know what I mean?
I'd never have guessed. And we are underway.
Come on, the Red Men.
Gilmore's always looking for the ball. Look, he's like,
Has he sort of taken Buendia's sort of position then?
nah, he's playing more defensively. We've bought Rashika, who looks like he's actually playing on the left at the minute, number 7. I think he's sort of going to be playing in a similar position to where Buendia was.
Good lads.
But I think Gilmore's sort of going where Skip was.
I'm really excited to see Oliver Skip.
He was brilliant for us.
Really, really excited.
We look quite
So
confident.
you're definitely keeping him?
Yeah. He's back. Well, to be fair, under when Mourinho was still there, he was saying that he expects him to be captain and play every week. He really did see something in him, and he had such a good season for you. I expect to see him a fair bit.
This is good
I hate
pressing.
this playing from the back, mate.
We like this as well,
makes me
because we have a
nervous.
high press us.
Oh, he's got up for that.
See, good lad. Good lad. Hey, go ahead.
Ooh.
This is good start. This. Go ahead, boys.
Do you usually go to the games, Leon?
I did have a season ticket, and then sort of when COVID and everything happened, I sort of lost out on it all, and I completely lost track of everything with the ticketing and stuff. And plus, I had so many gigs on Saturdays anyway that I couldn't get down to them anyway.
So do you perform though?
Yes, that's what I do for my living now. Just all over the country and holiday parks and stuff like that.
Check you out.
Hello.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Good lads.
Ooh.
Good.
And Norwich look
Nice
energetic,
football
don't
from
they?
Norwich.
Go on.
Early doors.
Go ahead, Timmy.
Well,
There you go, lads.
Max
You
Sounds.
know, on the pitch now is the 2 best Greek left backs in the world, mate.
Really?
Yeah.
What's one's yours?
Giannoulis.
And we've got... There you go, lads. Is right.
A little bonding.
Now both the 2 Greek left backs for Greece.
I hope they both score.
Yeah, he's
That's
absolutely.
But your one's this lad.
Yeah, this kid. He's so quick, mate. So quick.
I forgot because Robertson's out, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he hurt himself in there
Ooh, you're losing
pre-season.
it there.
This is good. That's crap. Is it?
That'll do. We'll take that.
Do you expect to stay up this season?
I think out of the last few seasons we've came up, this is the best chance we've got of staying up because we've spent money. We've spent more money in this transfer market than what we have in the last 6 combined. So I think we've spent just
Wow.
under
Really?
60 million.
Oh, it's a good ball.
He's offside. I think what the key you said as well, you kept some of your good players. What happens is these teams go down, sell the best players, and then
Yeah.
they're not able to come back up.
Yeah.
These have just done that, kept
Yeah.
the same team, kept the same manager, kept the same philosophy, added players to it.
Yeah.
It's about time you stay up, lad.
Yeah, it is.
You
big
might
time.
be able to do it this season.
Yeah.
Still a fan of Daniel Farker?
Yes. Yep. No worries about him whatsoever. I think he's got a long. He's got
Been
a good
there quite a long
relationship.
time now, hasn't
Yeah,
he?
Come on, Virgil, lads.
5th season now, I think. Obviously, we've got Stuart Webber as well, sporting director, who's made this spend possible because he kept hold of players like Buendia and and made their value go up and up and up. And we've had so much money to reinvest, and he has made sure that we have reinvested it. He also, our training ground now has had millions spent on it, and it's really, really top facilities at Norwich now. So we've got a lot to thank for him as well, Stuart Webber. I think he's on his last season of his contract as well. So, God, he looks different without the glasses.
Do you know what else
He
as well,
does.
lad?
Yeah,
Our
where's
kid's
his
funny.
glasses?
Has he gone to contacts this
He must
season?
have. He's still a good looking
Laser
man.
treatment.
He's still a very good looking man.
You don't look right without them glasses, man.
Nah, he needs to
That's
put
like-
them back on.
That's Klopp's trademark, man.
The cap and the glasses.
The only
Yeah.
thing that worries me about Fark is that we always play out from the back, and against the better teams, it's just
Liverpool like it, lads. We like
Terrifying.
that. That's why we've been successful against City through the years, because they play from the back as well.
But he doesn't change his philosophy, Fark, ever.
Yeah, so,
He just dominated the
So
championship.
Brentford manager was saying that he knows he's going to have to adapt and stuff.
yeah, well, they did last night. That's
Yeah.
what surprised me about
But
Brentford.
we're knocking it about quite well, though, actually.
His
Yeah.
eyes are doing all right here, lads. He's got a little bit of grip in the game.
Nice.
What's that yellow thing there?
That's handball.
It's an energetic start, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah,
We're actually
really
knocking it
impressive.
about lovely, to be fair. God, he's such a
Looking good
player,
so far.
Gilmore.
Doyle, when we were talking earlier about getting a striker in, is there anyone that you would like to bring in? I mean, obviously we'd all like a Messi or a Mbappe. But
Liverpool don't really buy the big, well, Thiago, but we don't usually go for them type players. Like we go for a player that's got potential. So there's that Dan Juma. I've seen him. We're linked with him.
Yeah.
And also, what was the Belgian lad's name? Give me the D.
Not Dumfries.
Doku.
Yeah.
He was brilliant.
He looked good in the Euros,
and we're linked with
didn't
him as well.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, if we got someone like him
you
in,
know what? He looks like the sort of player who would suit Liverpool down to the ground.
Proper. Runs that men, play anywhere in that top three, lad.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Where's he playing? Where's he playing at the minute?
He's at. Is it Lille? No.
Actually, don't know. I really don't.
It was in Germany.
Anyone in the chat who knows where he's playing, send it in, please.
Doku, is it?
But he looked brilliant in the
Lille?
Euros.
Where is he? I know
every
where
day.
he is. Oh. Is he in France?
Someone said he's at Inter. Someone said he's at Rennes. Rennes. I'm assuming he's at Rennes.
Rennes, that's it. Yeah, Rennes. Yeah, he's in
Yeah.
France. Yeah, Rennes. Yeah.
That's our ball as well.
He's only a
Thanks,
kid as
guys.
well. He's only young, I think. Very young.
Yeah. I think he's about 19.
Brilliant.
Good player,
Get him
man.
in.
Quick.
Yeah. And feet as well on him.
Yeah.
Got proper feet.
Yeah, I could see he's the Liverpool type, Klopp type player, definitely. Yeah. Is Origi still with you guys?
He is. I love that kid. Yeah, he's a cult hero.
I couldn't believe it the other day when I sort of looked at Origi. He's like 26.
Yeah.
I feel like he's been around forever.
For his own good, he should probably go to another club, really.
He'd make a good signing for someone, I reckon.
He would. In the French league, even. He'd be brilliant.
Arsenal could look for him, no? I'm just saying.
Hey, he's boss.
I think he'd do well at Norwich.
He's a
Scored
clutch
a jokes
player.
today.
Boss
Listen,
clutch player.
the guy scored in Champions League finals,
I'm not
semi-finals,
on
won the Champions League, Premier
not
League.
for Arsenal.
Against Barca and that as well.
I don't think you lot can be that fussy. I'm just saying.
Make a good replacement for Harry Kane. Then,
He
wouldn't
might.
When he's gone.
He might.
Do we reckon that's actually going to happen? Do we think that Harry Kane's actually going to go?
I don't know.
No.
Hello? Oh, you should have
I
played
think
that.
what you put out in this world, you get back. So no.
So no. Okay, yeah. That.
You know what, with Harry Kane, I don't know. I was chatting with Abbi about it earlier, and he may stay.
He might.
Just for the fact that Tottenham, if he goes, their hopes of getting into Europe,
Of anything.
they're done.
Wow, whoa.
Yeah.
So they
So
might
Alan, you
hold on
love
to him for
Son.
one more year.
It's very beneficial for Spurs. Very
Go on, Timmy.
beneficial for them to make him stay for one more season.
Don't know.
Oh, lads.
Big dog. I actually can't believe I just said it like that. That is how it's spelled. Robbie, I want the atmosphere toxic for the Cronkies for our home game. I was born in 2003. Oh, my God, you're a baby. And never saw Arsenal win the league, and it really hurts me. Daniel Eck in.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't want the atmosphere toxic.
How old are you if you're born in 2003?
Very young.
18.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me too.
I don't agree with that. I don't want the atmosphere toxic. I do want the owners to go.
Isn't the atmosphere already quite toxic anyway?
No, the atmosphere yesterday amongst
At home.
even at home, I wouldn't describe it as toxic. I think the atmosphere yesterday was brilliant from the Arsenal fans, and they didn't get on to the players. You know, even though it was a poor. You know, I think fans recognise. You know, we ain't been there for a very long time.
Go ahead, Mo.
So
That's not a foul.
yeah, don't. I don't want to see a toxic atmosphere. And, you know, at the end of the day, we could still beat Chelsea. We've got a good record against Chelsea. But what I do agree with him, the owners of our club, they're only interested in the bottom line. They're not winners.
And we were talking before, you'd be happy if they sold, wouldn't you?
100%. I'd love to give this Daniel Eck guy a chance. See what he can do. He's, you know, the owners of our club, they've been here for a long. Since they've been there, we've been in a steady decline.
Yeah.
And they haven't addressed it. So, and I think we can still see that. So, I'd love to give this Daniel Eck guy, and he's an Arsenal fan, and I think I want to see I want to see a fan in charge of the club as well. Someone who really cares about the club.
I think that's what more clubs need.
Our owners don't even go to games.
Yeah.
You're never there.
You need a mixture of both. You need someone that's definitely a fan, but also very business minded.
And someone that doesn't just focus on the business side and the bottom line.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And somebody who goes to watch a game.
Yes, that's super important to me as well.
But your owners are like our owners. Our owners don't go and watch
No,
our
but at
games
least
and things
Levy's
like that.
there.
I massively agree with what you're saying.
Is that a good
Levy's a
thing?
part of Levy's a part of the ownership team, isn't he? Even though he doesn't own it.
He is.
He's
but
at every
then-
game, isn't
He is, but then fans would also argue that he's potentially part of the problem.
he? Yeah, but at least he's
That's
there.
True.
Our guy doesn't
I'm
even
Timmy,
he's
lads. He's
left
like
him,
kid.
he's left him.
Go ahead, lads. Go ahead.
Oh,
Oh,
Well, Gibson.
first real big chance.
Is that him? Yeah, it's
Real
right
big
corner.
chance in this game.
You know that Gibson's got one cap for England.
Does he?
is he the one who's at Everton?
Timmy there, lad,
no,
filling
he was at
Robbo's
Burnley.
spot. Boss that, lad.
Good
Boss.
touch. Good touch from Gibson.
Good tackle. That.
Yeah.
Sorry, good clearance.
He's been really good for us. He was good for us last year.
Timmy, lad, look.
We only had him on loan
look,
last year.
look.
We just had to pay about 7 or 8 million for him, I think.
Oof.
Oh, has that gone?
It's it, lads. It's it. Aye.
Oh, good save.
Timmy Krul.
Tim Krul.
Come on, the red men.
How old is Tim Krul now? He's really good. He's been around.
He's
for
getting on
years.
him, isn't he?
Bloody
He's still
years.
class though. He's still
He is.
brilliant for us.
Yeah, that was a good save, that one, lad.
It's good on penalties.
Felt like
for sure.
it was travelling forever.
That was good, that, lad. Tipped it over, like.
Was it going
That
in?
was dipping in, man.
Yeah, it was. Jota's
Well, you
deadly,
can't
you
be-
know.
you can't be sure about
him.
Jota, proper clinical fella.
Krul is 33 apparently.
33, okay.
Not as old as I thought he was.
Ooh. Who's that there?
Go ahead, try and find someone, lad.
Who's
Chamberlain.
that, 15?
Trent is, wow, lad, the balls that he can play. I'm
I
excited
just can't believe all that discussion about whether or not Trent, should have been in the England squad.
Absolute that was madness. That was just the press that. I don't think ever Southgate was like, nah.
Do you think that's just that they wanted something to talk about? Because
Yeah.
for me, Trent was always going to. I would have always had him in. Obviously fit, of course.
Yeah.
But
I'll
for
tell
me,
you what,
there's
though,
no doubt.
Walker was
Walker's
brilliant.
boss.
He was.
He
He
was.
was
He
brilliant,
had an
man.
There's a quality
To the
difference, though.
semi-final, man, he was awesome.
They've got different
Outstanding.
strengths, haven't they? Walker,
Yeah.
Walker
completely,
Ronaldo.
yeah, completely different.
Completely different.
I
And
think with
it's-
Trent, yeah, creativity going forward, but sort of if you want a combination, you ain't got that creativity.
I
with
think he would have
Walker.
thrown
I think
Trent in
Walker's
with
better.
with
Walker's
three
better
at the back. wouldn't he?
Defensively, yeah.
Defensively, yeah. But I think Trent, to throw him on later in a game, with the assist that he gets.
Yeah.
Trent
I
can
just can't
tackle
believe
as
it was
well.
I
even
mean,
a
Walker's
debate.
pace, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Guy's
the
a
difference.
light
Like,
power as
Walker's,
well.
Power, yeah.
Walker's an athlete, mate. He's a
Yeah.
proper athlete. Trent is a footballer.
Yeah.
He plays elegant
Yeah.
football and
Yeah,
he
he
knows how
does.
to put a ball in properly. That's something that Kyle Walker.
Such delicate crosses, isn't he? Like, he's just,
First time on the bounce. It doesn't matter what angle it's on. He'll find the player. Lad, he's fucking
Yeah, no,
boss.
he's.
Boss player he is.
Gilmore's doing really well.
We got some good right backs in this country.
We
We
do.
do,
We're
that's
very
what-
blessed with them actually.
Well, so that's one area that actually we have been very well blessed with.
Even
isn't
Aaron's
it,
coming
at
up
the
as
back?
well for
Yep.
us.
Oh,
Yeah.
here we go.
Cantwell, get in there.
Go on, Verge. What are you going to do here, lads? Good! See, calm, nice and easy. Just was like, go ahead, lads.
You didn't sound calm.
That's not my job, that's his job.
Someone said Walker is the best fullback in the world, especially in terms of recovery. I think that's probably
No,
quite true.
when it comes
Recovery.
to recovery, I
Yeah.
agree with
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
He's
I agree.
unreal.
Recovery, yes, without a shadow of a doubt.
His recovery rate
So
Scary.
good.
and his fitness levels is unreal. You
Oh,
see
was
that
he-
guy's recovery in extra
I think
time.
he's 31.
He's 31
Yeah.
and he's that quick. Heavy.
Guys,
Come on now.
Yeah, because I remember seeing there was only 3 players over 30 in the England squad, and that was Hendo,
I think you're
Walker
right,
and-
you know.
Trippier, I think.
Is Trippier over it as well, yeah?
I think so.
I actually
Yeah,
think
Trippier's
you're right.
30, isn't he?
Yeah, Trippier's 30. I think you're right.
Madness. That's a bit scary.
Yeah, so Walker was the oldest player in the England squad.
Go on.
Robbie,
go on.
are you confident for the game versus Chelsea, looking at how Uber and Laka may be out?
no.
Oh, how do these balls
It's
get
a no.
going through the middle?
Nah, you've got to on that.
Oh,
Fuck him, man, now.
Was that a no, Rob?
yes, that was a no. Tell them to leave me alone. What have got an orange? That looks a bit strange.
I don't like him myself, like. But I love our away kit, not really
I like
fancy.
your away kit, like the
I
beige
prefer that
kit.
colour on the
Yeah,
arms.
boss,
Nice.
it's got a
I
nice
prefer
little
that
collar.
colour on the
Yeah.
arms.
Yeah,
than
yeah.
that.
That's why I think this is the best kit we've had in a
Yeah.
while, like.
Hit that one.
Yeah, I love this one. It's a nice, the first nice
What's
one.
the
isn't it?
green about?
It's so like, it's on our, well, it's not on here, is it? It's like on our
teal.
crest, isn't it? Yeah.
It's teal.
Yeah. It's the same on that one. It's got the green on the back of the collar there.
But I don't know what the orange.
I don't. It
Around
doesn't.
the
It
red.
doesn't. We have
And
no
it's like they've
orange
got
in our
orange
bag.
socks
Strange,
on
isn't
as
it?
well.
It is
Orange
strange.
socks.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
And red and orange is just a weird colour. That's
That-
fashion
yeah, they
wise.
don't go together,
Fashion
do they?
wise, I'm like, I'm not wearing that.
Fashion wine.
Always say, you know what, when you're the kit designers, the one kit you can't mess about with too much is the home kit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
keep it
Yeah,
simple.
You go
like that.
wild on the other kits, but the home kit,
Yeah.
Mess
I
around with
totally
that too
agree.
much.
Yeah, we went a bit
agree.
wild on this one, to be fair, but
That's
I
a
do
nice
really
kit.
rate it.
Yeah, away kits.
This is my favourite Norwich kit.
Are they usually the colours you'd have for your away kit?
No.
No, not at all.
I mean, we've had green. We had black a few years ago actually, but this is just something else. I love how all the colours are the same, like with the crest as well. Like,
It's nice, lad.
Yeah, it's my favourite one. We've had
Said
in
that
a
when I
while.
seen you, I was like, that's a nice shirt.
Yeah,
That's not a
it's
chat.
perfect. You said it.
It is a nice shirt. Doyle, someone said thoughts on Mbappe to Liverpool rumours. Do you think that would even happen?
No, we're bait for Real Madrid. That's what we are. They'll buy him next season. That's what'll happen.
Yeah.
We're there to just make PSG think about it. That's what we're there for. And Mbappe wouldn't come to us, and we wouldn't pay them the amount of money that PSG would.
That's the
especially
thing, you do
wages.
your business very quietly and nothing that ever breaks the bank, but you seem to get very good results. Do you think that is purely down to Jurgen?
No, our owners are fantastic. They've been there since 2010. They're fantastic business-wise, okay? So we were going into remission or whatever it is, and they took us out of that. They bought players like Sterling for 500 grand and sold them for 50 mil.
Yeah.
That's business. It's not just Klopp, but Klopp's been, we'll say 70-30.
70 days.
Yeah, Klopp and then the owners.
Because under Rodgers, you still, it was a bit of a transition, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You were still there, you were still in with contention of the league at the time.
Brendan, I think that went with Brendan Rodgers, that was a shock to everybody, that wasn't it?
Yeah.
We were so good in that season with Suarez and Sterling and Sturridge. Like, after that we dropped off a little bit, and then Jurgen resurgence, and then, yeah.
And just quietly building from there. You do business good.
Yeah, we do. I think, and like, I'm being arrogant about Liverpool this whole stream, but like, I love the way Liverpool have done business, and I like the philosophy and the morals of the club.
Yeah.
I love.
Great morals in Super League.
we can't talk, can we?
I know, that's what I say. Oh, what is he doing? This is the lot what you said, this playing out from the back thing.
this is
Same
what
with
happens.
us, we do the same thing.
Especially when we
like,
get a little bit more tired.
I don't understand it, right? You're playing against Liverpool. All right, you want to trust your style of play, but
We're a high pressing
It just
team.
looks
look at it,
just
high
comes
press.
on every
Lads.
time.
playing
Let's
into
get
their
this.
hands.
Go on. Go ahead, Manny.
See,
Who's looking for that, lads?
It's only a matter of
why
time.
do teams have this persistency of playing out from the back?
Yeah, and you got to know your team. We do the same thing. You got to know who you're up against.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you
If
have.
you're up against Liverpool, Leeds, these high press teams,
Why do it?
do it sometimes, but
Yes.
then go long sometimes.
Yep.
And
We
mix
saw
it
them
up.
twice in a minute. We tried to play out from the back and we lost the ball twice just on the edge of our own area. You can't, like, if you do it once and it happens, you can't just go and do it again and then lose
Exactly,
it
love.
again.
But
like,
you've got these coaches, they'll be like, but just, trust yourself, trust him,
and
trust
that's
him, trust
literally,
him.
look,
It's it
how
now. It's it
open
now,
we are.
lads. It's it.
We're wide open, man.
Yeah, they're getting
Come on, the Reds.
looking a bit dodgy at the back.
Yeah, we are.
You've got 3 men at the top as well. That's the point of having 3 men, to play them long
I
balls
know,
in, lads. To slot.
exactly.
You've got 3 options up there, lads.
We never usually play this formation either.
Trent,
You don't
and
play
again
that
with that
We don't
ball.
usually play 4-3-3, no.
Keep his
What's
feet
your
down.
usual
We
formation?
normally play like a
If that had been his left
4-2-3-1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
different.
And if that had been Salah's
But I
left
guess now
foot,
that you've got, your rear.
Do you know what though? The best
Yeah.
goal I've ever seen Salah score, yeah. Do you ever remember the goal when he went round the keeper? He got a
Yes.
proper angle
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
hit it with his right foot and everyone was like, what are you doing, lad? And it went in. But it was like the maddest angle, can't believe it.
shanked it.
Trent. This
Rob.
kid, pleasure to watch,
It's a great ball in, isn't it?
Rob, someone said if you lose your next 2 games, I want Arteta replaced with Brendan, someone who can motivate players and form a winning unit. Would Brendan Rodgers come to you?
No.
Same question as would Madison go to him, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Brendan Rodgers is... No, not... You know what it is, right? Brendan Rodgers would come to an Arsenal, but they'd have to show him... This is where I say it's the owners a lot of times.
Ambition.
They want... Somebody like a Brendan Rodgers would be like, right, I'll come to Arsenal. It's a huge club, but what's the plan?
Yeah.
And if that plan is not better than where they've got a great plan at Leicester, I don't
Yeah.
think he'd come.
I agree.
So that's the thing, and when you're at a big club, it's not just about loads of players will come to Arsenal, but even though we haven't got European football, they want to look at it. They want to know what the plan
You lot are
is.
asking for trouble.
We are.
But no, I totally agree with you because obviously in the summer when Spurs were looking for a manager, we wanted Brendan Rodgers and rightly so. But that's the problem. When you think about it, why would you move from Leicester, who's got a great plan, great owners, ambition, squad, to something like a Spurs or an Arsenal where there clearly isn't that.
You see their training ground, Leicester. They're fully equipped now.
They're a proper
Yeah,
team, like
£80
proper
million
team. and
training ground.
Weren't we saying the other day?
That's a great ball.
Oh, you could
Go
be
on.
in. Go on.
Go on.
Make it count.
Yes,
Oh.
When are you offside?
Was he
Must
offside?
have been close. Or was he off?
Was he off?
No, he's onside. He's onside.
Virgil, that lads.
Nice.
Oh, Pookie. If he gets one, he's square in
He
that.
should have squared that.
You know his first
He
touch
absolutely
there, he
should've.
slightly. Look at that, yeah.
Yeah.
He
there's
should have squared
slightly-
that.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
got
he
him
should've.
post.
Too
If
much
he'd
of an angle for
got
him,
his head
lads.
up sooner then and squared
I
that.
think you got to give him. Did you give him offside? No, it's cool.
Can't do that to Ali, lads. Oh my God. I thought that was about to go in after I
Didn't,
just
wasn't
said
it?
that sentence, lad.
Do you know what? When he first came to us, Rook, he was awful. Every time he was on the team list, everyone was
Unlucky
kicking
man,
off. All of a sudden, he's found form and he's turned into really
How long has he
decent.
been with you now?
2 years, I think now.
Oh, this is good football.
Nice
It is
football. from
very good
Norwich.
football.
Really
Look,
nice.
going forward, it's just his playing out from the back is just dangerous.
Nice and
Oh,
easy,
Oh,
lad.
just need
Well
someone in the
done.
middle there.
No one there.
Literally
Out
one
two,
man.
Out two, Mox.
That's another good ball.
Timmy
one's
there
attacking
again,
it,
lads.
are they?
Come on.
Come on.
Playing ping pong.
Who's in the box?
Who's in the
No one's
middle?
attacking his balls.
All them red
good.
shirts.
Oh, that was nice.
On the edge. Oh!
Nice and easy.
Tell you
This
what,
is
it's
wasted.
Nice football from
We
Norwich.
are playing nice. We're playing well going forward, but we're playing out from the back and playing really deep as well. Like we're knocking passes about in our own box. That's what's worrying me.
Hey, none of this walking, boys.
We are quite swift though when we've got the ball. We're knocking it about nice and quick.
Yeah, you look like a good passing side, lad. That's why you're trying to do it out the back as well, like.
Yeah.
Eddie Howe would be a good fit for
I
Arsenal.
said, in my head, I said Eddie Howe for Arsenal.
Yeah, don't
Yeah, no,
speak
no,
about
yeah.
Excuse me.
No thanks.
Eddie Howe is
No,
a
not
good
for you.
manager.
Nah.
Why?
Don't get me wrong, good manager, but not for me.
He brought Bournemouth up.
He brought them
Yeah.
up so many
He
times.
should keep you up.
You're funny. Nuno will keep you lot.
This
nice.
is good footy
Honestly, I'm
here,
gonna
you know,
regret this so
heavy.
much.
You are. Don't
I'm going to
worry.
regret this come Monday when I'm back in here.
Come on.
Oh,
Timmy's just been there the whole time.
That Rashika, I don't even know if he's left or right footed. But I thought something was
Tsimikas?
telling me. Huh?
Who?
No, this guy,
Him?
Rashika for us. I thought he was right footed for some reason, but we're playing him on the left, so he must be left footed.
Nah, do you know what? A lot of modern
Cut in,
teams
innit?
like to
Yeah,
cut
yeah.
in nowadays, lads.
Because he just looks unnatural on
That's
his left.
good
But when he
footy.
goes to cross this ball, it just doesn't look natural for him. Look, watch. See what I mean? He sort of slows down a bit and then
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
it doesn't.
you know
His
what I mean?
swing's not
It-
fluid
yeah,
enough, lads. Yeah, yeah.
It looks unnatural for him, but
You've got a good top three here by the looks of it, though, lad. They know how to play with each other.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can
This
see
is
it.
his debut as well, so
Is it?
yeah, Rashika,
shit.
yeah.
Have you got injuries?
Only one, which it's a winger, but he's never really, he wouldn't start for us anyway.
But would this be your now normal starting 11?
I think so, yeah. I think so. I mean, I haven't seen too much of obviously the new signings. We've obviously just signed a Greek winger, I
Yeah.
think, Soulis, who's done.
Soonest?
Yeah, spelled T-S-L-O-I or something like that, Soulis. But his stats are unreal. He was at that PAOK.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
we've played them before.
Yeah, he was at
Yeah.
them, and he's only 19, and I think he's played one season for him, and he had like 16 assists and 10 goals in his
Go ahead,
first
man.
season.
Go
so-
on, lads.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I would, yeah.
So, go on. Hit that now.
no.
Hit that straight away.
Oh, chance for Salah.
That guy's
Close that one.
technique's sick, innit?
He's boss.
So
This is the
good.
type of thing that he does that not many people pay him credit for as well. Yeah, he can hit a ball in all these different type of ways.
Look at
He's
that
boss
You
technique.
see
player.
him watch it
But
right
my
onto
God,
his
look
foot.
at the space. Look
Yeah,
at the
loads of space, but
and
that's
the
still
time
difficult,
he
you
had.
know. That technique is not easy.
You
like.
can't give him that time, man.
You
Yeah.
can't be giving him
With
that
the
time.
technique.
Yeah, he'll watch this ball right onto his foot. Look,
Stop
watch
Pookie
it.
defending.
What a
Look.
ball.
Dink.
Oh,
He's caught
look,
it.
that was a strike,
No,
you know.
if he did a bit
Caught
of
it
curl
so
on that.
sweet.
That's
as
in.
well.
If that's on target, it's in.
Closer from Liverpool, but you can't be giving him
Ooh.
that space.
Oh, lads, come on.
Hello.
No way.
That's not a bad effort, to be
Oh,
fair.
If that went in, mate,
That'd be like that Scotland goal, wouldn't it?
that'd be even better because look at the angle.
Yeah.
Tiny bit more
That's
in.
actually, that looked like it was miles off at
that was
first,
terrible,
but
that,
that's
lads.
actually not a bad effort, to be
If
fair.
that went in,
The scenes. What a shame.
It's all right, never worried one moment.
Ginger
it's
Lee
a door that
said,
went in, mate. It's signing us one of their freestylers.
Ginger Lee said, Robbie, saying no to Eddie Howe, but Arteta, surely they're the same level.
Well, He's right,
Yeah.
but it's no disrespect to Eddie Howe, but I just For me personally, and I like to aim high, I'd like to see somebody like a Conte.
Nice.
Conte.
Yeah. When you guys were going to get him, I was worried as hell because I'm like, you know what? That's an elite manager. That's somebody who will take those players to another level. And that's what we need. So, you know. I think that's the thing about it, is that sometimes you need, if you're not going to spend loads and loads of money, right, then spend it on the manager.
But essentially, if you're going to get a manager with big expectations like a Conte, and this is why it probably wouldn't have worked at Spurs as well, because you're not going to match the ambition.
Well, that's it. You know
of
what I mean?
that
But when you get a manager like that, he starts to force your board into. He's just
He's
not,
right there.
He's not a yes man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So he starts to force your board into getting those right type of players in, and he brings the best out of the players that are there. You know?
If you sign a checkbook manager, you have to have the checkbook to back it up, which is,
Well, yeah.
you know.
But he's not just a checkbook manager. He's an elite.
He is an elite, but you still need to give them the
You've got to give him
personnel.
that. True.
In order to do that, you know, that's another reason why Jose was never going to work at Spurs, and it's why a Conte wouldn't work at Spurs or Arsenal.
Brave,
How
you know,
relaxed
lad. He's
is
a
Kroll,
brave
mate?
lad. Very brave.
We're doing it again here. Like, oh.
I'm telling you.
He's stubborn, fuck is he stubborn.
Oh,
That's a foul.
don't blow again, lad.
No?
Someone in the chat said, how are Norwich playing like Man City?
How are Norwich playing like Man City? Going
Thinking
forward,
it
we're
about.
looking good going forward, I'll take that. But we are...
Oh, go on! Yes! Get
Oh,
You took that.
in! Get in the red men.
Play like Man City going forward, Chester City at the
Just
back.
like that, lad. Boom!
wow.
Did you see that though? That's the difference.
Errors,
That's the
man.
difference between the back and the front. Going forward, we look strong.
Look,
Jota again.
It's still
two
early
shots he's
days.
had.
Jota with the goal. Poor from Norwich.
Yeah, just
Silly mistake.
they look like nobody knew where anyone was going there.
Let's have another look at that
Yeah.
replay.
I hope it's not an offside or not silly.
Oh,
No, it's
and
not.
he's
It's
got
all
dragged
good.
in.
Was that Salah who got the touch, or was it one of your defenders?
Was it
Salah, mate?
Salah?
It was a poor touch from him,
I think it was a poor touch. I don't think it was.
Yeah, it
It'll
was.
go down as an assist.
Still take that though. Get in, lads!
1-0
Yes!
Liverpool, Jota, and they are off the mark. Norwich were looking good though.
You know the thing about it, right, is that you can't give that much space to Trent Alexander-Arnold.
No.
Look when he picks the ball up, no one's near him. He can put balls like that in when people even mark him closely, let alone you get all that space.
You can't. It's going toe to toe when the quality difference is too much of a gap. You can't go toe to toe,
You
lads.
can't.
Yeah, but
and these deep crosses that are coming in, that are clearing everyone. There's always someone coming in at the back for you.
Yeah.
And and they have so much time.
But no one's stopping them crosses. That's
No.
what I'm saying, and that's the Trent Alexander. That's the best crosser of the ball in the league.
Yeah.
And look at when you pick that ball up. No one's near him.
So much time,
Yeah.
space.
Yeah,
you saw it literally a few minutes earlier with the amount of space they gave Salah.
Yeah.
You can't be giving players like that
No,
all that
you
space
can't.
because going forward, you lot were looking good.
Yeah, we were. But we'll still create chances though.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
look like he's
You're
a
not
player.
really a team to sit there with the low block, are you?
No, look
It's
at
like the
this.
mistakes, the errors. My God.
Oh dear.
Look, we are fearless. I don't know how or why, because we go down every time we come up,
Is
but
it
we're
fearless or
Squad lads.
stupid?
Both.
You're with your fans right now, lad. They'll want to see some attacking footy, and you're doing good attacking wise. Like so, the game's it's early in the
As
game,
I
lads.
said, Man City going forward, Chester
Chester
City
City
at the back.
City at the back.
Look at
Is
that.
that a pen?
Again,
No.
got to stop those crosses from coming in, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's both sides now as well. Do you know what? The first 27 minutes, Tsimikas done good, hasn't he?
Yeah, oh mate,
That left
he's
back
been one of your best
replacing Robbie.
players, mate. I think
Boss.
so far. He's
I'm
been
really
class.
happy with this, lad.
And he's good going forward as well, mate. He's got good feet.
Happy with him, lad. I'm
yeah.
really happy with him.
Honestly, he seems to have different strengths to Robertson as well.
He's a bit quicker, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's a bit more nimble. Like
Yeah.
he seems like he's got better feet than Robertson.
Agile a little
he
bit,
can
yeah,
get
yeah.
in and out, take a man on, get to the byline. Like he looks good. He does look
lad.
good.
He does. Made up to see this.
New hair for Trent as well. New do.
He looks boss.
Looks like Salah.
Oh, how can you compete with Van Dijk?
Pookie marking.
Yeah, we've got Pookie marking.
Pookie marking Van
He's
Dijk.
like up to like nipple height. Like,
Oh, so the
On
crosses.
your head, lads.
oh no!
Oh,
Joel Massive there with the
God.
lovely little... What's going on, Joel, lads? Innit?
this could be a long night. But I still
It
think
could
Norwich.
be.
I think you've played
I
well
just hope
first
we
half,
don't
I
get
have to
opened
say.
up now. Like, I hope we just don't Or like this
Joey
always
lads?
happens as well. We're the last game out of all the teams who have been promoted that have come up. And we always seem to be the ones that don't get off to the good start out of the promoted sides. So the other two have both won.
Because we got Liverpool most of the time and starting
We have,
game, lads.
yeah, we
Last
have.
season, did you come up as well? Was it Liverpool?
Yeah.
Away last time. But I suppose
I always wonder who does the fixtures.
whoever it is doesn't like us.
And they don't like us.
You've
either.
got heavy starting
We've got
fixtures
Man
now.
City next.
You've got
Then
Liverpool, Man
Leicester,
City.
then Arsenal.
I won't worry
I
about
mean, I won't worry
that.
about Arsenal too much.
No matter what team you are, lads.
You might eat those words, mate.
You are
No,
home.
to be honest.
You are- you are
Is that the
think we've-
Emirates, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I think with the games you've got coming up, you need to beat us. So I think,
Yeah, absolutely.
we don't have a great record against you either. So
Your starting thing, lad, it doesn't matter what team you are in the league, that's a difficult starting
Yeah, it
for
is.
game, that, mate. What's going on?
Oh. What's that?
I thought Virgil was going to pull up with something then.
Yeah, I thought he's
Oh,
the way he landed or
Like a
something.
cheeky foul there.
he's just nudged in the back.
Nothing
hasn't he?
given.
Oh, that was the foul that led to
The goal.
The
Oh,
foul before
right,
the goal.
okay.
okay.
I don't know. I don't think it was a foul.
I don't
bit
think it's a
soft,
foul.
wasn't it?
It's one of them
At
Harry
first,
Kane
I thought
ones.
it might be, but when
Yeah,
you
it was.
You know the
Very
Harry Kane ones
Kane.
where he does this, lad, he like touches them
And
with
then
his
he
right
just-
bum cheek, lad, and then just hits to death.
Let's not talk about diving, yeah, from a Liverpool fan.
Hey, Harry
keep
Kane's
that
the best
real
at it.
quiet.
It doesn't matter who we've got, Darwin, Harry Kane can teach a masterclass in
The
it.
best at it? No way. Mohamed Salah taught him.
No, not having that.
Everyone's got someone,
The
haven't they?
the cheek.
Harry Kane, man, bloody hell. I don't know who's the worst out of him and Salah though.
Salah, all day.
Grealish,
Salah,
right,
man.
let's
What about
just agree to say that Grealish is the worst.
He does
Okay.
take it. He does take the biscuit, doesn't he?
Statistically, he is the worst.
Nah, Grealish gets fouled though.
He gets fouled. He gets fouled.
No,
No,
So
Grealish
does
gets
Mo
fouled.
Salah.
no way.
Campbell, man.
Salah don't
Maybe
get
a bit of
fouled.
fault there for Cantwell, didn't he?
Salah, it only takes a feather.
You fucked it.
They had Mane wide open there, man.
Quicker.
Go on.
I definitely think they'll get back into this game.
Where was
Play
that?
him. Play him.
He's
Go
offside
on.
there.
Oh, it's too late.
Oh, it's a poor ball.
He's offside, isn't he?
He could have kept going though, innit?
You could have.
Was he offside?
I need a beer.
Open one up. Go on.
Oh,
He
shit.
wasn't offside, you know. He wasn't offside.
No. Trent done well
It's a
then.
poor ball though. He could have
Yeah.
he
Oh,
could
he
have brought
was,
the
he was,
ball
he
in
was.
more. He waved him offside. I think if that had gone to VAR.
He's clinical, that fella, you know, proper clinical. He has about
He
two
was
shots
good
a game and
signing,
one of them
mate.
will go in.
Really good signing that was.
Brilliant, lads. Didn't expect him to be that good. Really didn't.
You didn't see him at Wolves and think he was a decent.
Definitely did, but then there's Raul Jimenez there as well, so you're thinking that them two working like a dynamic duo, and that's why he looks so
Plus, he
good.
never used to
Yeah.
score him any goals. though,
Yeah,
when
it was
he at Wolves,
Raul.
did he?
It was Raul.
Yeah, true.
So when I seen him come in and score all these goals, I was like, he's right, lads. Belter.
Yeah.
Very direct play, loves to be direct.
Is
That's what we
Firmino on
like.
the bench? Was he injured?
He's on the bench, mate.
Firmino's on the bench. Yeah.
So is he
He's-
sort of Jota sort of came in ahead of him now then?
Yeah.
Is he? Has he?
Only because he's clinical, lad. Every shot that he has is great.
Yeah.
But if you play a more technical side, so if we play somebody like Chelsea or somebody, you're going to need a Firmino, yeah, because
Yeah.
he's got the key to unlock them, lads.
Yeah.
He's, in my opinion, lad, he's one of the best footballers that's played for Liverpool.
Is
and
it
he's
just
a
the
great
fact
player.
that
He
he,
is a
like
great
last
player.
season, he went off the ball in terms of getting goals?
He knows where to be on the pitch to set them two up. He
Yeah.
knows how to flick the ball in between the lines. He just, his hold-up play is fantastic. Like, he's slept on, and no one really thinks he's that good of a player, but he's fantastic. He really is.
Oh, that's a good ball again.
Oh, that was mad. Oh! Pen! That's a pen, that. Why is that not a pen?
Let's have a little view on dive cam and have a look.
I'm not
Just,
gonna-
The
Right.
half cam, what are you talking
Let's
about
have
there?
a
He had clothesline
That
with his
did look a
leg on
bit
that.
dangerous, to be honest.
That not a pen,
I
no?
fully baited you out on that one as well.
Hey, VAR, where are you, kiddie? Ah, no, maybe not.
Yes, you see, dives it again. Son, he got it.
I'm not gonna lie.
His foot got kicked, lad.
I'm not gonna lie.
There you go.
Got caught, yeah, that
He's doing that. He's at it
imaginary
again,
boot.
man. Doyle, tell me that wasn't a dive before.
It wasn't a dive, Robbie.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was a pen. I thought that was a pen. I'm not gonna lie. But that replay.
It looked it, but when you see the replay, though.
definitely weren't.
He didn't even
how
have
have
an
we missed
excuse
that?
for it.
That defender had cleared that. He didn't even. The way he just nonchalantly just went.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing there.
Come on, the Reds, get another goal here.
It's not looking good, man.
They're all pulling their socks down like Grealish now. Look.
Oh yeah, just
Yeah.
looking at that.
He wants
He's
a bit
never
of
got
that,
his
doesn't
socks
he?
so low,
Everyone's
lads.
trying to be
He's
Grealish.
looking
There's
for that
only
100
one.
million move, isn't he? I think.
No one's
Saying
got
he'll
calves.
never
No one's
leave,
got
lads.
calves like Grealish.
He'll
no
never,
one.
yeah, no one.
No one's got calves like
They're
him.
just something
Grealish's
mad with
calves
his
are about
calves.
4 of mine put together.
They're like paddles, lads.
Virgil,
I got calves like Grealish.
do you?
Yeah.
Go on, let's have
Go on,
a
Robbie.
look. Whip
See,
them
they're
out.
so
they're looking thick.
They're so big, I can't even get my. Look at that, look.
Yeah.
Hey, Grealish, get lost, man. Look.
Is anyone warm? I'm really warm.
Yeah, it's a little bit
Have
off.
we got aircon today? Thank you.
Is it on?
Someone said, "Where's the booking for Salah with the dive?"
Oh,
See,
It wasn't a
definitely.
dive. No, let's be honest, right? There was contact. It wasn't a dive.
Yeah.
But
He
was
dived,
looking
man.
for-
There
He
was
was
no
looking for
contact.
it. It wasn't a dive. Does that make sense?
So, we were just talking about it, and see?
He's never dived in
I
his
just
life.
want to say, if that was Harry Kane, he'd probably say it was a dive.
That was a dive. Doyle knows it. Look at his face.
He knows it.
He's never
He
dived.
knows.
Zoom in on his face.
Mo
Look,
Salah
zoom
has
in on his
never
face.
dived in his
Look at
entire
him.
life.
Huh? What, from the AC?
Tell you what, Chamberlain looks.
I'm trying to turn it on.
Brilliant. You've been boss all
He
pre-season,
looks
lads.
good, mate.
It's
Turn it
not
on. Please. I can't turn it on.
I want another goal, because you know what? These are nervy, these games.
Yeah,
I don't
look
know.
at
Wow,
our
look
next
at those
fixtures.
fixtures. Man City, Leicester home, Arsenal away, Watford home, Everton away, Burnley away.
They're heavy,
That's
lads.
tough. Even the the slightly
Burnley,
the
Everton.
Burnleys, they're tough.
They are.
Really
But
tough.
this is where we are now. That every game is a tough game
How
for
many
us, especially.
how many points do you see yourself picking up out of those games? Where do you think you can get something?
I think we've obviously got to look at Watford
Yeah,
and Burnley. I think obviously Everton is
doable to pick up
potentially.
a point.
We actually beat Everton was our only away win last time in the top.
That's brilliant from Jota, that.
That was good. Yeah, Everton was our only away win last time we was in the Premier League. So obviously we've got to look at that and take that into consideration as well. But yeah, I think the 3 after the Arsenal game, I think we've got to look at them games and think now where we need to be getting something. I mean,
Yeah.
these first 4 games, I think people look, even if we lose every game, people look at that for us and think, well, we're
Fair.
expected to lose them games.
Yeah.
But I think that the 3 after that is where we need, especially if we do lose every game, which I hope we don't, obviously, but if we do, then that's where we seriously need to be picking up points. Even the Leicester game.
German Munoz said, would any Arsenal player get into the Liverpool starting 11?
Not
Heck,
as-
even in the Norwich 11. That's just plain rude.
Of course they would.
That is a bit
Well,
rude.
in the Liverpool 11, would
Yeah.
they, Rob?
Yeah, Thomas Partey. Listen,
No,
you've got a lot of
lads.
players, right?
No.
That you've got a lot of players that.
You'd start him over Fab, Thiago, or
You've got a
Hendo.
lot of players that are off form, yeah, and you've got a lot of players that are not playing to their potential.
Honestly, Robbie, you'd start him over Fab,
I'd
Hendo,
start him
or
over
Thiago.
over Keita.
Okay, yeah, fair play.
Right, so
fair
when you
play.
asked me, you just asked me if you're getting to start. Isn't he starting Keita?
In this one, yeah. But if in our strongest starting lineup, you could.
And he's a different player. He's a box-to-box more midfielder. He's not. People think he's a
Played Campbell.
DM. He's not. He's like a box-to-box midfielder.
number 8.
So,
Still.
yeah, I could see him. Yeah, I love Fabinho. You know, but I think Partey was starting that team.
No, if not on our strongest team, he wouldn't. Fab is a better player. Thiago's a better player, and so's Hendo. In them
Fair play.
positions, they are.
Nope.
Not having it? So is it just Partey?
At the moment, probably yeah.
Tierney.
Yeah, but you got Robertson in it.
And even
I
this
think
guy.
the both
If
of
it
them.
was today's game, yeah, but
I think the both of them
Yeah.
are quite close in ability, and I think Tierney's got something that Robbo
Tierney's
hasn't. Robbo's got something that he
Tierney's
hasn't.
a quality player.
Yeah.
Renato Sanchez to Liverpool?
Again, I'd like that. Like he'd fit Liverpool's type of play, keep hold of the ball. He's replaced Gini directly because he's the similar type of player.
More defensive, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He is.
Again, Wijnaldum was sort of a
Box-to-box.
player,
'Cause he
wasn't
could
he?
score
All
goals.
energy.
Yeah.
Whereas Renato Sanchez, I see him as a sort of DM, energetic sort of
Lots of
defensive
touch.
midfielder sort of thing.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree with that. No one can replace Gini, essentially. No one can.
Yeah.
We've been linked with that Saul from Atletico Madrid.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Saul Niguez, good
Yeah,
player.
he's somebody that I compare quite well to
he's quality.
Gini. Yeah, and I think he'd be brilliant to replace him. I do like Renato Sanchez, but I'd prefer to have Saul. Yeah.
Fair enough. Someone said about Saka. Someone said Saka is so overrated.
Saka, forgot him.
Someone said Saka is so overrated. Literally a joke. Foden, Greenwood, Mount, all better. What do you guys
So
think about
what?
that?
No way.
Overrated.
He said he's so
Greenwood and that's
overrated.
He's having a laugh,
Stupidest
mate.
Foden, Greenwood,
He's
Mount,
having a
all
laugh.
better.
Underrated. He's underrated.
He
You know what I
is.
mean, he's quality.
His
He is
all-round
underrated.
game is better
If he
than
was playing, if he was playing in a better team right now.
He could play
Yeah.
for Liverpool and Saka
Yeah.
could play. There we go. There's one player that we didn't
Yeah,
mention
yeah,
actually.
he's quality.
Saka
And
can
I'll tell you
play.
the other,
Smith Rowe?
player that's really good.
Emil Smith Rowe?
He's a quality player, Smith Rowe.
Not yet.
Probably,
He's great though.
yeah, not
He is
yet,
great.
but he's a quality player.
He is.
Yeah.
Watching him yesterday.
There are quality players in that team.
There is.
At the moment, personally, I think the manager is not getting the best out of them. I'm not saying we're not in Liverpool's league, but we should be a lot better than what we are.
These are Arsenal. Like
Yeah.
growing up, Arsenal were the best team in the league when I was growing
Yeah.
up as a kid.
It's actually sad to see, it really, even from like fans who aren't, we're neutrals.
Yeah.
Like for
I
me,
know, yeah, yeah.
Abbi's so sad.
my uncle's an Arsenal fan, and my first ever game I went to was Norwich v Arsenal. It was a friendly, and there was Pires playing, Freddie Ljungberg, and my first ever shirt was an Arsenal shirt.
Wow.
I was about 3 or 4. And then obviously I live in Norwich, so I thought,
Everyone had that Arsenal shirt, the 0-2-1 lads. with
Yeah,
netting
that's the
on
one I
back,
had.
lads.
That's the one I had. Yeah.
Everybody had, even in Liverpool, people bought
It was
that
a pretty
shirt.
cool shirt.
Yeah.
That 0-2 one, the gold one.
Yeah, and it had like netting on the back as well.
It
I
was
described
sick.
someone the other day, I said, back in those times, we were like what Man City are now,
Yeah.
but we did it in the right
Better,
way.
yeah. He was
Yeah,
played
yeah,
proper
yeah.
We played
philosophy.
brilliant football and everything, but we did it, and we didn't just buy it.
Yeah, exactly.
We'd earned it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you did.
So that's the comparison.
But
I'll
football's
give,
so,
I'll
football's
give it
so
to young
different.
people who are like saying, "Oh, when were you ever good?" I'll go, "All right, this is how we used to be, right?" Like when I give that description, like, "Oh, okay."
Thierry Henry was one of the best players I've ever seen in
I
my
agree.
entire
Yeah,
life,
you
mate.
know.
Agreed.
The Highbury days, like, it's just different.
That's when I
wasn't
used to go to every game thinking we're winning.
it? Yeah.
You got
When
someone
you
like
asked me
him,
that question earlier, you know what I mean? Well, those days I went to every game thinking, yeah, we're winning this. Even if obviously you lost games, but
Teams
That's-
fall out of grace. Liverpool done it for 10
yeah,
years.
I remember Liverpool, because when I was growing up, Liverpool were the best team,
Yeah.
and then they just
Fell
fell
off.
off for about 20. It's similar with us. We haven't won the league for 17 years,
Yeah. I grew
which
up,
I would never ever have
Thought.
thought. You know what I mean?
definitely, mate. I grew up watching Arsenal and Man United be the best teams, and it
Yeah,
broke
Man
my
United.
heart.
Look at
Broke
Man
my
United
heart.
haven't won the league now for.
9 years, I
9
think it is.
years?
Yeah.
Keep it going, boys.
But you would never have thought that either, would you?
Nah.
Nah, never.
But there's always
City,
there's
mate.
transitions, there's changes. We were talking before about PSG. Now Messi has gone there. We'll see. We'll see
It's horrible.
so much more
Globetrotters.
interest in Liga, and we'll see a massive drop off in the Liga. We'll see Real Madrid go through transitions
Yeah.
now, how
Yeah.
they have been since Ronaldo
Yeah.
left. Now Barcelona will go through the same thing, and that everything goes in cycles. And now it
Yep.
will be PSG's time, or should be PSG's
Should
time
be.
now to dominate European football. Man City are obviously up there as well, Chelsea. But that's just how it happens. And when the cycles come back round, we're now seeing maybe Manchester United restart that cycle
Yeah.
where they've been building to, and we'll see whether or not they win things or start challenging
The
again
top
this
teams in the
season.
Premier League now, though, do look very, very strong.
It's
It is-
ridiculous.
It is crazy.
It is.
Like
But
we
there
are now
has been
this
there's been
season
no
especially.
competition
Nah.
for the past, kind of 3-4 seasons.
Liverpool and City.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then Liverpool were well in front, and then City were well in front last season. There's been no real competition. So I really hope that this season we see
Exciting.
Chelsea,
Chelsea
United,
or United,
Liverpool,
yeah.
everyone involved.
Liverpool v Man United is going to be probably the best games we've had in years.
I hope
That's
so.
always been a fantastic game.
I
but in
really
recent
hope
years,
so.
it's been 1-1s,
Yeah,
0-0s
yeah,
and all that.
yeah.
So I
Because
reckon
Man
now,
United have always gone for the try and get a point against you, haven't they?
yeah. Now it's going to be serious, lad.
Yeah.
We're both going to compete. You can tell.
But I think
Definitely.
that's what the Premier League's needed, because it's been a little bit
Right.
boring. The fact that
Yeah.
one team's just dominated and led the way, and there's no real thing. People try and make a top 4 battle between teams, but again, they've all been pretty set
Yeah.
and things like that. So hopefully this season will be the best that we've had in quite some time.
I think when we just
I
said
agree.
like Man United haven't won a league for like 9 years or whatever it was, we said like out of how many of those years have Man City won the league? That's a good like.
Probably like 7, lads.
That's what I mean. So
7,
it's not
actually, it
just it's not only Man United
have
not
won it
winning
in there
it.
as well.
Oh yeah, Chelsea.
Chelsea,
yeah,
yeah.
Liverpool,
And Leicester.
Liverpool,
And Leicester,
and Leicester, yeah.
of
so
course.
Pages,
it's like 6,
Pages
isn't it?
McCall said, Abby, when will it be Tottenham's time? Honestly, mate, I've got no idea. Hopefully in my lifetime.
To be continued.
In my lifetime. Hopefully
it's getting
it'll be
harder
long.
now to win that league.
It is.
It's getting,
That's what's getting scary about
year,
it.
You know,
I'd take any cup.
All my life I waited. I'm 28, and I waited all my life to watch Liverpool win the Premier League.
At least
My
you're only
entire
28.
life.
I might be 100. Hopefully I live to 100. I'll see us win more than the Aldi. I'll take an FA Cup. I'll take a Carabao
With that
Cup.
stadium, you should be winning something.
I'll
Yeah.
take whatever I
It's a hell of a
possibly
stadium.
can.
Unreal.
But, you know, Audi Cup, you'll never sing that.
Remember when we knocked you out of the cup on penalties?
Yeah, that was fun, wasn't
Yeah, I
it?
went to that game.
That was really fun.
Campbell shushing everyone.
Do you know what? That game, you were there, right?
Yeah.
That was the night Eric Dyer jumped in the stand.
Yes,
the
it
last,
was.
The
Mad
last
feat.
game before Corona.
COVID,
Yeah,
yeah.
before everything went
Yeah, it
into
was. That's it. Yeah.
Oh, that was
that's
good.
nice.
Oh, God, Norwich.
there's no one in there though.
Nothing.
I don't know who just got turned inside out and then fell over. Who was that?
Don't know.
Was it Timmy?
Oh, it was Rashid, yeah.
But yeah, that game,
looks
the
good.
last game before COVID, and I promise
It
you,
was.
the atmosphere at Spurs that night was so bloody toxic. It was terrible. And I tell you, COVID couldn't have come at a better time for Spurs.
I think Simicast got nutmegged and then fell on the
He
deck.
did,
He was
yeah.
like, that proper hurt. Yeah, it's getting nutmegged, lads.
To be fair, this isn't. I'll take this.
1-0.
Like, I think after the first one went in, I was scared that it was just going to be 2, 3, because we have let the floodgates open before.
Is there any extra time?
So
Just one
we can regroup now, and hopefully
Been happy with how they've played.
we've played all right. I mean, obviously at the back we've been shaky at times, but going forward we've had sparks of, like you said, Man
you
City
have.
vibes.
Well,
But we just need to rub out these Chester City vibes at the back because we have looked a bit shaky.
next
and
goal's important.
overly confident playing out from the back at times. But you know, you got to hand it to him. It's obviously stubborn. He wants to stay with his ways, and hopefully we just don't let any more before we can regroup.
Absolutely. Doyle, you happy?
Very happy. 1-0.
Happy-
Could be more, to be
Happy
honest.
with the way you've been playing though, front to back?
Yeah,
You've controlled
been
it since
fine,
you've scored.
Absolutely
Yeah.
fine. What I expected, to be honest. We don't have to score 4 goals for Liverpool to win anymore. That's not the team we
Yeah.
are. We can manage games really well. Oh, yes, I'm happy. Very happy. 1-0.
Oh,
Give us a corner.
oh, he done well there.
We need a rolling the lap now. That's
Cantwell
what
has
we
been
need.
everywhere.
Think
Cantwell
that's
has
it.
been. I don't know where he's meant to, what his position
half
is.
time.
Same with Pookie though. Pookie was there defending
Yeah.
the cross against Mane before, lad.
Cantwell is just literally, he's covered almost the whole pitch.
Here, there and everywhere. All right, so it is half time. Just going to read out a quick super chat. LFC have bought really good players from PL rival teams. Sol Campbell was last PL player from rival Premier League team to help AFC win anything. AFC sold mostly to rivals Van Persie, Nasri, Adebayor, Cesc, Giroud, all who've then gone on to win the Premier League. It's a good start there.
I
Thank
don't know
you
what's
very
happening to you today, Robbie. They're hunting for you today,
That's-
aren't they, mate?
That's
They're
a
coming for you.
horrible stat.
much. They're coming for you, but it was a super chat. I had to read it out.
That's a
unfortunately.
horrible stat.
Dennis Lee said, thoughts on Oliver Skip? That can be for you, Leon.
Like I said earlier, he started every game for us last season. I think he played the most minutes out of anyone in our whole squad last year, and he was absolutely solid. He looked really mature for his age, like completely comfortable, especially at championship level. You could tell he's had like a really good football upbringing with obviously being with Spurs. And yeah, I think, in my opinion, for me, he's ready for you guys now.
Ready?
Yeah.
Primed and ready. I look forward to it. Let's go over to Dave. Dave, you got some stats for us?
We do have some stats. Liverpool, of course, being pretty much all over Norwich. Bar spells from Norwich. Obviously, Pookie had the chance to square it across,
Yep.
and didn't manage to. But yeah, I think Trent's overlapping runs have been dangerous on that right hand side.
Yep.
I think that ball that he gave in, which was flicked on a little bit to Salah, and then inevitably to Jota, gave Liverpool the chance to score. And in terms of statistics, goal attempts 6-3 for Liverpool, shots on target 3-1. And you know, Liverpool have had 8 corners
8.
so far without none going in.
That's a bit mad.
Not really going close either. You probably see Van Dijk more on the edge of those. So we'll see what happens in the second half. I think Liverpool have complete control of the game, statistics-wise, but Norwich have had the possession, 55 to 45%. So
Well, Norwich have had more possession.
yeah, they've
Oh,
had
right.
100%. Yeah, 55 to 40. But Liverpool are not really expected to keep possession, are they?
No, not
on
that-
any given
You don't
day.
need the ball to control it either. Like.
Yeah.
No, they're not. But Liverpool have been quite potent in attack. They've been doing a few things here and there. So let's see how Liverpool fare and Norwich fare in the second half.
Thank you very much,
No
Dave.
worries.
Love that, statistician. We've had a lot of stats today, haven't
Skegness
we?
Dave, man.
Skegness Dave on the
Skeggy.
stats. We love it. We love to see that. What do we reckon second half then, Doyle?
Early goal from Liverpool because we're going to come out, and so will they. They'll come out as well, but I feel like when it comes to sharpness, Liverpool have just got that little bit of edge, and it'll come down to another mistake, I think, and Liverpool will get a second goal and the game will be done. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, what do you reckon?
I mean, I did say 2-0, but hopefully not.
You're still in it.
No,
Come on,
we are.
we're
We're
definitely
definitely
still
still
in
in it. We're definitely still in the game. We've made chances, like we said earlier, that Pookie one, all that takes to get his head up a little bit sooner, whips that ball across goal, and we're 1-0 up, and that's a completely different game. But yeah, I think we'll still create chances. We've got some sort of unknown players to me on the bench as well. We've got a few new signings on there, so that'll be interesting
Who's
to see.
the new ones you're looking out for?
Sulis, the Greek guy. Obviously, we've got the American Sergeant as well. So it'll be interesting to see if any of them get on. Like I said, I don't know too much about them. All I know is stats I've looked at, and they are decent stats, especially for young players. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we get any new faces on, and hopefully we can come out of the blocks, get something in early, and set up for an interesting finish.
Okay, Rob, what do you reckon?
Well, I said 2-1 at the start. Yeah, Norwich, a bit unfortunate really, because I thought they played quite well in that half, but just again, just a bit naive and you know, leaving a bit too much space for players like Trent in particular to operate in. But I don't know. I can't see past Liverpool, man. They're just the quality. The quality's there, and you know, when you got Mane, Salah, now Jota.
Yeah.
You know, and then look at, they can bring Firmino on. They could, I mean, the fire is just too much firepower. A lot of times, even with Norwich, they've had chances, but even when they put the ball in the box, there's not that. There's no one in there with that presence. There's no one. It reminded me of last night. There's no one attacking. What Tierney was doing that last night, putting. There's no one to attack that area.
Yeah.
And I'm not seeing that again with Norwich. So I just can't see where they're going to get goals from in this match.
Yeah.
But yeah, they need to do more going forward.
Yeah.
Again, this whole playing the ball out from the back thing, why not try mixing it up a bit, getting the ball up to those forward players? Because at the moment they're struggling to get the ball up to Pookie
because they know that playing
to
the long ball with the height of Pookie and the height of Van Dijk?
Yeah.
No, but you know what it is, right?
It's pointless.
It's not always just you can play a diagonal ball. Because I've seen teams have joy against Liverpool, where and I've seen City do this, and I've seen Man United do this in particular, where they'll bypass.
Look how high Trent is. That's how high he is. All you have to do is kick one ball over the top.
I don't know if Salah's meant to do that, you know.
He's not meant to do that. He's definitely not.
Poor touch.
Definitely not.
It's a poor touch.
They're talking about this free.
Is this a free kick, guys? Do you think this is a free kick?
If he stands on the back of his calf, then it is. But
I don't think it was a free kick.
I didn't think it was.
I think it was one of them where he backs into him.
Yeah. But I just feel that sometimes when you play...
That's lucky.
It is.
Hanley,
It
is.
If Hanley stayed in his position, he wipes that ball out, but he stepped up. And because it's
nobody else has stepped up.
But again, it goes back to being allowing Trent to have that ball thrown into the mixer. If you let the ball go into the box,
look at that.
That's a brilliant ball from him.
If Hanley doesn't step up there, it's a different story.
Oh, good lad. And Krul should have done better there, mate.
Saved that. It's gone under his leg.
Should have done well better.
Should have saved that as well.
Definitely.
But as I said, with Liverpool sometimes, bypass the press, get the ball out diagonally. Yeah. Right? And that way you can get in behind Trent Alexander-Arnold, because he does play very high up the pitch.
Yeah.
Both fullbacks do. But they haven't done it. They haven't, look at that. They haven't got the ball up enough to the forward players.
You can tell we're trying. Yeah, this is how we're trying to play. We're trying to knock these balls.
Yeah. You see the high line that Liverpool play, but
he should have played that pass though. We said that earlier. But we're always, you can see Pookie's movement is second to none. Pookie has got great movement.
Great lad,
Yeah, really, that is his biggest strength. His movement is just class. Runs he makes. But
and then you see
he's on the last man again there, looking for it. Look.
Yeah, but even when he's doing that now, who else is up there with him?
Yeah,
you know,
he should have squared that.
He should have, mate. And this is when it was 0-0, mate. If he gets his head up a second faster, we're 1-0 up. Yeah,
it's a bit
yeah. Question for everyone. We'll start with you, Doyle, from Woody Gelbler, who said, "What's the signing of the summer? Who's the signing of the summer so far?"
Big one that. So they've got Sancho, you've got Lukaku, you've got...
I assume we're talking about Premier League.
Yeah. I think Grealish is a bad signing. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think he's a bad player.
I think for the money,
it's silly of them to go there though.
I think for the money though, yeah, definitely.
Best signing. That's a difficult question.
Sure, okay. I mean, we can, right now. Okay. We'll pause this then. You can think about who you want. We're just going to go to a short break, fix the audio, and we'll be right back. Hi, we're back. Thank you for being so patient in our tiny little break. As you can see, we've lost a few for a toilet break, but we've still got Rob and myself. Have you had a thought? Who's your signing of the summer?
I'm going, and I think Leon just said it, Lukaku.
Lukaku. He hasn't even kicked a ball yet.
He hasn't kicked a ball yet, but you know, if Chelsea last season created loads of chances, but Timo Werner not clinical enough, Lukaku will score those goals.
Yeah.
I think he guarantees them 20 goals. So for me, even though it's a lot of money, I think that could be one of the signings of the season, because now all of a sudden by signing him, they're title contenders.
Yeah.
And before that, for me, they weren't. They were a team that would be up there, but now that they've got Lukaku, so for me, I think his potential is going to make him the signing of the season.
Do you think that's the missing piece that Chelsea were missing?
Yeah, one of the missing pieces, yeah.
We're doing another break. We're doing another break. Thank you very much for staying with us. We've got audio issues, but we're going to be back in time for the second half.
Yeah,
so just bear with us while we sort that out. And we'll be back with you in a sec.
I'm back now. Abby's gone for a little quick comfort break, right? But the question that she was asking you guys just before she went was, who's been the best signing so far this summer? What for you?
We just had a little chat about it, didn't we? I personally think Lukaku. I think when you look at value for money, you can only compare it to Grealish, really. And although Grealish is a fantastic signing, I think he's not going to get the same goals that Lukaku's going to get. I think Grealish is going to be a great asset for Man City, but I think Lukaku completely takes Chelsea to a whole new level, whereas Grealish is just another little like string to their bow, if you want. You know what I mean?
I'm going to go with Varane, just simply because defenders can make the team completely different team. They might not get you the goals, but they can win your games. There's a massive difference between the two. And Man United at the moment, they've got Maguire, he's all right little defender, but the other side of them, they haven't really got a consistent player. That's a great player to plug that gap. And like they bought someone that's serious. He's a World Cup winner. That's a serious player.
That's a big sign.
He's played with Ramos for the last how many years?
Yeah.
He's a serious player.
And you know, Maguire had a good Euros, and you've got Maguire and Varane.
That's a serious defence, lad. And Luke Shaw.
There's been a few good signings though this year.
Yes.
Ings was a great signing.
Ings.
He went to Villa, didn't he?
Yeah. It's a great signing.
Mark S says, "Hi Robbie, you're from the generation that remembers Mr. Dean. He didn't spend a lot for the right players. What are Edu, Vinay, etc. doing wrong in your opinion? Because they are spending, but they're just not. I just think they're inexperienced guys who don't know what they're doing. Whereas David Dean knew what he was doing. He researched it. You know, that's the difference. The players are coming back out onto the pitch. Norwich players coming back out. Liverpool players coming back out. Of course, it is 1-0 at the moment to Liverpool. They were the better team in the first half, even though Norwich started off really, really well. What do Norwich have to do in the second half, Leo?
I think we just need to be a bit more clinical going forward. These crosses need to have a bit more conviction. We need to get more people in the box when we are putting these crosses in, because sometimes these balls are getting lobbed in there and there's Pukki on his own surrounded by 3 giants, and he's expected to somehow win headers with Van Dijk and Matip next to him. It's silly really, but we need to either get more bodies in the box or just the crosses need to have a bit more accuracy, I'd say.
Well,
What do we need to do?
How do Liverpool continue winning this game?
Early goal, just take the steam out of Norwich. Take all the steam out of them, make sure they know they've lost the game. Simple as that, get a nice early goal.
Okay, simple as that. We're going to hand back over now to Abby. The comfort break is complete.
Thank you very much.
And she's back on the scene.
Everyone feeling better?
Yes.
Relaxed, ready to go?
Very
Audio's
relaxed.
Fine.
Woo.
Just in time for the start of the second half.
Go ahead,
Come on,
Mo.
boys.
Score from the
What
halfway
was your
line.
full-time prediction again? You said 2-0.
I said 1-1 first.
Still on,
2-0's
still
my
on.
backup, so they're both still on. But yeah, obviously 1-1 would be lovely.
Rob, what was yours?
2-1 to Liverpool was mine.
Mine was 3-0, still on.
Still on.
They're all still on.
Still on. I can't even remember if I did one. Did I do one?
No.
I think I did.
It's
No.
4-1 Norwich, I think.
I don't know if I did. I'll go 3-1 Liverpool.
Is it right?
But hey, I think you'll get into it. I think you'll get back in the game.
Hopefully.
We have got a super chat here from Mart S, who said, "Hi Robbie, you're from the generation that remembers."
Oh, I did that one.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Baiting
You were
out.
going to get a second shout out. Okay.
They are giants at the back, aren't they? for Liverpool?
Massive specimens, lad. Absolute specimens they are.
That'll be interesting to see Lukaku against Van Dijk.
Van
That
Dijk.
would be-
That'd
Yeah,
be
it will be, yeah.
That'd be a test.
That
It
would
would.
be good. Amar said, "Who do you guys think is going to trigger Haaland's release clause next summer?"
I think if Kane doesn't
Probably
go
about
City,
5 clubs.
yeah, I think if Kane doesn't go City, then I think City will go.
Me
for it.
too.
Is it just a case of, because obviously they're all going to be paying the same amount of money, effectively, it's literally his choice. Who?
I think he would choose City.
Oh, that
I
was a
agree.
nice skill.
So who do you think will come in? Because obviously now Chelsea have got Haaland. Let's
Go on,
say
go on,
City
Aaron.
don't get Kane. So you've got
Well.
City. Will Chelsea bother?
No, definitely not. They just spent 115 mil on Lukaku, so I think it'd be silly for them to bring in another
So
star
we'll say
man.
City, United.
Oh!
Oh, I thought that was going in.
Yeah, so did I.
Wow.
I'd say City.
Come on, boys.
City.
City, United. Will Madrid be there? Will Barca be there?
I think
I-
Real Madrid are going to be on a rebuild mode at the moment. They're going to look for Mbappe, they're going to look for Haaland, they're going to look for the best players again. Them. They'll be back then, they're going to look for it.
I think if he doesn't go, I can see Haaland. I think if Mbappe doesn't go to Real Madrid, I think he could go Real Madrid.
I agree. Yes, lads!
Could see that too. Obviously, PSG won't need anyone up top.
You never know, we have him as well.
I mean,
Have you seen the talk of Ronaldo going there?
Yeah, they have. When
Obviously,
Mbappe
yeah.
chips, lad, they'll get him.
Oh,
Do me a
that would be
favour.
disgusting.
No,
Go on,
but
keep that
it's
in,
just
keep that in.
it's just stupid at that point.
It
'Cause
is.
where'd you play? Firstly, where'd you play it?
That's playing Football Manager, isn't it? That's
And
not real life.
It's not.
It's already
not.
playing football, man.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's
They've got
not.
Donnarumma as well.
What a keeper.
They got
They've
them
got
all for
Ramos
free.
and Marquinhos at the back.
They got
Ronaldo
you know
as
what's
well.
mad? They
You've got
got
Verratti in midfield. You've got Hakimi
Verratti,
now.
Wijnaldum as well.
Hakimi.
Wijnaldum. It's just a joke.
It
joke
is
team.
absolutely.
Antonio Rodriguez said Rob Arteta is a good manager. Rob Arteta is a good manager, but his style doesn't suit Arsenal players. We either need new players or a new manager, which is easier for the Cronkies. Love.
New manager.
Agree?
But listen, I'm not even gonna. I don't want to talk about Arsenal, and plus as well, I don't want to get too carried away because it's the first game. But we must improve. A win against Chelsea next week, and the mood changes.
Okay. Ben Houghton said, Leon, get the Norwich fan to sing on my Combine Harvester song.
Oh, what a cross that was!
Like I said,
twice
if we
that
win-
now.
His crossing ability is unreal, isn't it?
Trent,
It's
I'm
something
telling you,
else.
he's
Look at
special,
that cross.
special
Look at
kid.
That, look at that.
He's a
He looks
special
offside,
kid.
by the way.
Do you know when he was
Look at
about
that.
14,
So
15, right? Gerrard was managing the kids. And he said, in his book, he wrote about him, yeah, and he said, this kid is going to be special because I can see something in him that the other players just don't have.
Yeah, the technique.
He's incredible, lad.
And you know what I like about his crosses, right? He doesn't just put it. He doesn't just hit and hope. He's
knows.
picking people out, man.
Yeah.
He's like.
It's like he
pinpoint
knows,
every
telepathic,
time.
lad.
It's
Yeah.
mad.
I honestly love the kid. He's never leaving.
He's
Liverpool.
actually
You know what,
quite a unique player. There's not actually many players like him either. He
You
actually
think
is.
about it, you don't really have like a target man. Imagine if you did have.
Bobby is
say-
our target man usually, like, but he's not.
Yeah, but if you had like a, let's say for instance, say Calvert-Lewin. I'm
Yeah.
not saying it, but
Yeah.
somebody like that who's brilliant in the air.
Before he can jump.
How many goals would he get with Trent Alexander-Arnold and
Spot on.
Robertson whipping balls
But every
in?
goal would be a header.
So I'm surprised actually they haven't really. I guess because of the wingers you got, but it's surprising that they haven't never gone for that type of player.
Does make sense. It does.
Someone said, rumour is PSG looking at Koulibaly too. The UN needs to step in.
Are they taking
Yeah,
the piss,
they do.
man? Can you imagine, right, if you're a young player at PSG's academy?
You got no chance.
Yeah, there's
the
no
point?
point, is there? There's just, aye,
No.
Not
Go
one
on,
more. Not
flat
one
him
more. Get there. Get well in, Abbi.
Good
It's a
tackle.
big tackle.
You was going to claim for a foul at that
You're
point.
hanging on
You
a
were
bit.
so
They
ready.
not come out me grid, did they? Nothing.
ready.
That was
Good
a big
tackle.
That's
Norwich hanging on a bit, aren't they?
Yeah.
The
They are.
Liverpool fan in
You
you.
could see that last pass coming in. It was just going to cut.
Yeah,
us in.
you're in the PSG academy.
Yeah, no point, is there?
No.
Might as well just go, can I move?
Yeah.
Here's me
You'd be
recognition.
better off being somewhere like Lille or St Etienne, like anywhere
Monaco?
else in that league.
Oh, yeah. Hey, we're
Anywhere
playing all
else
right
in that
here.
league.
We're coming out. This is what I wanted to
Just
see from
visit the
Liverpool.
loan department. 'Cause that's about as near you to the team you're getting.
I actually don't know. I'm like, can you
Although
think?
Kim Pembe's about the only.
I was about to say,
Kimpembe?
there you go, you answered my question.
Well,
I was
you
about to say,
for
who's a
any-
homegrown Parisian?
Yeah, Kim Pembe.
Yeah.
Well,
Kingsley
Mbappe-
Coleman. Kingsley
Oh,
Coleman.
he is.
Mbappe is Parisian, no?
Yeah, he's from Monaco though.
Yeah, but Kingsley Coleman doesn't play.
No, he plays for Bayern, but he did.
Yeah.
He was a homegrown talent. Do you know who else was? Do you remember Saho?
Who?
Saho for Liverpool.
Yeah.
He
Oh, he's
was
at PSG?
Yeah, he was at PSG all his career.
So was it Umtiti? Wasn't he there?
I think,
Was he or was he at Lyon? I
Leon.
can't remember.
Leon.
But boy, I tell you, I think Rabiot was at PSG, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. But even then, he couldn't get in the. Well, he was a bit of.
what about Bayern as a shout for someone like Haaland?
Yep, that is a shout for Haaland.
Yeah, I didn't
That'd
think
hurt
of
me
Bayern
so,
actually.
that.
But I just think Haaland. You know what? I'm kind of looking at his character, and he looks like he's a guy who likes the bright lights.
I feel like he suits
Yeah,
the
he
Premier
does.
League.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so I just see him like.
City.
I just see him. I see him probably going to Spain then.
Oh, what's going on here?
He'd fit well.
Because you think about it in Spain now, right? I mean, it's so damaging them losing Messi.
They need a star.
Somebody, either them or Barcelona, they need that next big.
They're still paying Phil Coutinho.
Oh,
That makes me happy, you know.
that's crazy.
Crazy, isn't it?
Now they do need it. They do need it because
They need
it's
the
dried
stars,
up.
innit?
It's dried up
they
in
do.
that
Yeah.
league now.
Spot on. They need an Mbappe.
I mean, are you normally, you know, say Premier League's finished, you'd be saying, say you got home, didn't really have nothing to do, be La Liga, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh no, no, for me, Bundesliga. You know, I like the Bundesliga.
I like the Bundesliga as
I
well.
really
But
do.
now what it's going to be is going to be, let's check out.
Liga.
What's that? Liga? What's PSG up to?
We were talking about this.
PSG versus Lyon, PSG versus
It's
Marseille.
PSG v
17
Strasbourg.
PSG
tonight.
Rennes.
We were talking about it at lunch today and saying how I've watched that league over the past year because of Pochettino,
Right.
obviously, and I have to say it's.
Oh.
Wow!
No.
Just
That's
terrible.
He had to do it, didn't he? He had to do
Dirty,
it.
horrible. That's heavy, that.
Jota just
You little rat.
Jota's taking a piss, bro.
Because he's skinned you, lad, because he's better than you.
So aggressive, isn't he?
He had to do it. He had to do it. He knew he had
Smoked
to.
you, kid. Smoked you.
Didn't just
and your
smoke
mates.
one, he smoked about
All of them.
5.
Smoked them all.
Oh, see you later.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The old-fashioned chop, mate. That's what we used to do back in the day. Where you going? Whoa.
Man.
He knew he had to
Now
do
that
it.
weren't a dive.
That was just, we were just outclassed, mate, and he knew he had to do it. He knew he had
Sometimes
to
I like seeing the old-fashioned chop, man. Chop, where you going? Whoa.
do it. You would expect it from him, though, would you? You wouldn't expect
I
it from
wouldn't
him.
from
Get in there,
no.
Captain.
Nah.
As long as you don't
He's
injure the
done it.
He's
player.
out the pram then, lad. He's
Yeah,
saying,
he
I'm
did.
supposed to be the good player.
That was very Gale Platt of him, that was.
That's the sort of thing. He's probably thinking that's the sort of thing that normally happens to me.
Oh.
Gail Platt.
I hope Trent scores this now.
Oh, but this is
Trent
dangerous.
Fancy
It is
the thing,
dangerous.
though.
Trent
Oh,
Alexander-
He's
no,
ruthless on
no.
these free kicks, Trent, you know. He
Yeah,
knows what
he's
he's doing.
on it for free
It's not his
kicks.
first rodeo, this.
oh, this is dangerous. I remember seeing him absolutely sink one from here. Can't remember who it was against. You'll probably know.
It's too far up,
It's quite far
Oh,
out.
it is, yeah.
actually.
actually, but you can get up and
That
down
goes
from
in.
there.
I don't know who's going to take it. Oh, no,
Trent.
he is.
Oh, not too far. Not too far away.
That's not a bad effort. It got up and down.
Yeah.
Did the hard part. What have you made of Oxlade-Chamberlain this game?
Been alright, I think.
Oh,
Doing
this is
exactly what I
so
thought he was going to do.
dangerous.
He's been high pressing. Look at this.
I've got to take that.
High pressing, good on the
working, is
ball. Hasn't lost the ball much. I think he's been great. I think, like, have you not? All of us watching this now, our midfield's not made any mistakes at all. There's not been anything that you can point out with any three
You
of
see,
them.
the ball's not getting beyond the
Yeah,
midfield.
that's why.
Because they're trying to play it out from the back every single time.
If
Look
they
at that.
try and do a ball over the top once.
I swear to God, right, it's
Some more
like I'm
joy.
watching Arsenal, the way Norwich are playing. It's not working. Try and mix it up a bit. Try and bypass that midfield. Hit a diagonal out there. Try and get in behind all those Liverpool players who are so high up the pitch. They're just waiting for you.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Where's the pace in your team on the sides? So I know Cantwell's not super fast, is he?
Our fullbacks normally get forward a lot. Obviously, we've got Aarons and then we've got the left back. That Rashika as well is quite pacey. Cantwell is not. He's not slow, but he's not exactly.
He's not a whip,
rapid.
he's not quick.
He's
Lad.
more of like a
Like a
Let's-
lock
let's-
picker.
yeah.
Let's see what Norwich do with this one. Now, just
If he plays it short again,
go long, mix
I'm
it
just
up.
gonna jump out the window.
Amar said, Abby, will you be here tomorrow for the Spurs game? No, because I'll be at the stadium tomorrow. First
That's
game
my mate
back,
in the
very
back
exciting. But Robbie
Yeah.
will be here. He'll be doing a watch along. Who are you doing it with, Rob?
We've
The
got
Spurs
a Spurs fan, and we've got a City
A
fan.
Spurs fan and a City fan. So you'll have to tune in to
We
find out.
got the guy, I forgot his name, from City Extra. He was on last week. He was absolutely brilliant. I think he wound up practically every Man United fan in the country.
Oh, he's done well there. You know, the defender's done very well there.
he's very. This is the
Fantastic,
fast one I was on
that.
about, mate. He's so quick. I
done
think he is the
brilliantly.
third fastest player in the Premier League.
That was sick.
That's
heard.
a good start.
No.
Oh, this is good. This is better for Norwich.
Come on, where's your run, Pookie?
Spread it.
Nice.
Nice, come on.
Right, Cantwell.
See what you don't lose it.
Too many players back now, though, isn't it?
Oh, where
Too
you
long.
going?
There you go,
Too
kid.
slow.
Too many players got back on them.
We've got a super chat from Shreth TH. Says PSG, Bayern and Man City always buy from league rivals. What PSG doing is not new. Remember, half of AFC squad went to City. FFP is a joke. Only Arsene Wenger knew.
FFP.
Doesn't
Doesn't
exist.
exist.
I think those clubs have got their own version of
No,
everything.
well, do you know what it is, right? They're doing this cryptocurrency thing, yeah.
Oh,
where
yeah,
fans
that new crypto thing.
So it means your value of your club goes up, and you're making more money if you're buying tokens. That's what they're doing. So, and do you know the only teams that have got that right now? The only teams: PSG, City, and AC Milan. They're the only teams in the world.
Arsenal's actually got its cryptocurrency thing.
It's
as
not
well.
the same,
How's
though.
that going?
It's not on the
They
same
just started it, innit? They just started it.
I saw that
It's
some of
football
Messi's
going.
wages are being paid in crypto.
Yeah,
saw
lads.
that.
That's how the game's going
It's
now.
crazy.
It's a
isn't
great
it?
ball.
But you know what it is with them, how they got their own version of FFP is that basically they're almost sponsoring themselves, aren't they? That's how they're able to do it.
Cool mask.
Right,
Use it
it's a
every
corner.
game.
What can you do from it?
I
Grant
don't know, it
Hanley?
depends. Well, Hanley's up there. He's got a big old head on him.
You've got a 6'4" player, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah,
Pookie
Leeds
maybe?
Malou.
These are the chances that Norwich have to take, isn't it?
Yeah, we're not
Corners, set
known to
piece.
score from corners.
Oh, that's
though.
a good delivery though.
It was.
But
Get up,
oh,
lad.
free kick.
He's looked for it. Hello. Hit that.
Oh, he's dragged it. Do you know what?
Keep
If he'd have dragged it,
A bit worse, then it would have been went soon.
it might have created a
Go
chance.
on, off you go.
Oh, he's playing.
on,
that was
whip
good.
one
He's been alright.
thank you.
For his debut, he's been alright. He just, that's left foot, because he's playing on that left side, like I said earlier. It just seems like he needs to cut in on the right to get the best out of him. But he's, every time he's getting
Good
sent
lad,
to the
Manny.
byline, having to use his left foot.
What can Norwich do then
Oh, Miller, that was stupid, that
this?
kid.
I
to
think
try
we
and be
need to
more
make a
competitive?
change somewhere.
Who would you bring on?
I would probably give the Sulis, the new winger, a go. See what, because everyone's been raving about him.
Who would you take off for him?
Cantwell.
Probably Cantwell. Yeah,
Really?
Cantwell just seems to be going forward, realising that he's hit a wall and then having to turn around and come back again.
He's also on a
Good
yellow.
delivering it.
And he's on a yellow, yeah. He won't like being taken off. I'll show you that.
Might kick Jota again, lad.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Good lad.
Sure, that's
What's he
very
doing
brave.
Did well.
Oh,
Hey, he's right.
Don't know what he's
That's
doing
ours.
there.
I think Norwich now need to be a bit more direct.
Yeah. I think it will get to a certain point and we'll go for it and we'll either let another goal in or
Firmino coming on.
sneak one in.
Bobby.
Switch it up a bit more.
It's not what you want to see.
What a wonderful man he is. Oh, and Fab as
my
well.
Word.
Wonderful players. 2 Brazilian boys.
Yeah, mate. We don't have any.
any Brazilians?
No,
You
we don't have any
need,
Brazilians.
You've got the only Kosovo player though.
We've got,
Said
we've
earlier.
got Brazilian kit.
That's
Oh, yeah.
true.
Fair play.
Yeah, we've got the only Kosovo player in the league, so I'll take only Kosovo player to ever be in the league.
Do you want a
as well.
trophy for that?
No.
Gutted.
Oh, look at that for a little touch
And we had
there.
the only ever Cuban as well last time. Who was that?
Oh,
Any of the
he
Cubans?
fell on that. That was
Ono
lucky.
Hernandez.
Oh, Todd, stop it,
I
lad.
don't know a Cuban.
Yeah, Ono Hernandez. He scored against Man United as well. And that was then the only ever Cuban player to score
What was
in
his
Premier
name?
Oh
League.
wow.
Ono Hernandez. We've still got him. He's on the bench, I think.
Cuban player. I didn't know. I
Yeah,
didn't
when
know.
we signed him, his picture on our social media was him smoking a cigar.
Wow, that Stafford telling him off. You see that?
Cuban.
Telling him off. I didn't even know that Cubans were really.
Yeah.
Playing Chris.
Yeah,
They-
he just got into the national
that one.
team as well.
How do you get a work permit then?
Oh, yeah.
No.
You might have
Well, no, we've had
dual
him a
nationality.
few years. But
You might have dual nationality or something.
yeah, must do. You must do.
Here we go. Roberto Firmino on, Fabinho on for Diogo Jota.
no Chinese
and
players in the
Oxlade
league as well, that's weird.
Chamberlain.
Is there not?
Don't think there is. We've got Koreans, of course.
Yeah.
In the Prem. There's no
There's no
Chinese.
Chinese, is there? No
Quick
Chinese
one.
fans.
I need to get the sweets.
Genuinely can't.
If
no.
anyone knows any Chinese players in the Prem, please send them through.
Yeah.
Real answers only, please. No baiting.
Oh, he took him out there, like.
He played on? Yeah, he's played
Oh
on.
my god, I've just pulled this whole thing out.
Hello. Oh,
The worst thing in the world with games like this, right, is when Liverpool are quite dominant and we're doing all right, is when you concede a goal really late in the game and it ends 1-1. You're just like, what? We should have won that game.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
worst
yeah.
thing in the world. That's what I'm starting to worry about now.
We've got to
Because we're
get our
not,
Is that
second
the
goal.
feeling
Yeah.
you've got?
this is what I'm
What?
hoping for.
That's the feeling
Oh,
you've
it
got.
is.
How
Yeah.
it's went in.
Well in.
don't like that.
Don't take. Oh.
And that happened a lot last season to us.
Oh.
Always right. In there. There you go, kid.
I mean, Norwich haven't had a sniff, really.
Nah, they haven't.
No,
like,
they
but
really
still, it's footy. You only get one chance, and they've got good players at the top. They can take them. Like,
To be fair, you haven't had any like massively clear-cut chances.
defo have, lad. You cleared it off the line twice.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, okay. But the goal for a start was like
Yeah, it was lucky.
it was lucky.
Yeah, yeah.
And then there's the chances you had what 1 or 2, and then we had 1 as well. Like
It's just been
you've just
mostly in your
been
half.
dominant. You've been dominant.
It's been mostly in your half.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
it
it.
has,
Lad. It's not been in the box as much, but
Nah.
in your half.
I think we need to change something now, especially now you've got 2 people.
Yeah, we've got fresh legs on. Look at Bobby.
Yeah.
Look at Bobby. Go on. People have to throw themselves on him, lad.
Well, he's done well there.
Oh,
What's he stopped for?
No.
We look knackered now.
Oh,
Oh,
too much space.
something's going to happen
Here
here.
it comes.
There
It's
is.
it!
2-0.
That's it.
Oh,
Where is it?
Can't get
save.
past Tim Krul.
Good
he's
save
got
that
loads
time.
of energy compared to everyone else, look.
No changes yet though for Norwich.
No, I'm surprised that. Well, actually,
You
I'm
are
not
so
surprised.
right
He
about that
always
space
leaves it.
there, you know, lad. Space every time on that far
Every
side.
time.
It's either side though.
Yeah, you're
it's
right,
that
lads.
side and it's the other side.
You're right, mate.
We're playing really narrow when we're defending.
The ball's just coming back at you.
Yeah.
Which is weird because we play a 3. You know what I mean? We play wide, lad.
Yeah.
Did you play that way last season at all?
To be fair, we were on the front
Look
foot
at
so
that,
much
look at
last
that.
season. It's like we're not even used to this.
I've no problem with them having a
that's
shot
the thing
there.
with us because we're so dominant in the Championship. We're so used to seeing all our top players going forward that we're not used to like
Van Dijk
consuming
and
so
Matip
much
and stuff.
pressure.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So then when we do, we look ropey like we have today because all of last season it's the other way round. We're in the other teams after the whole game, whereas today.
Is that why you think you struggle when you
I
come
think
up?
I think it's just, especially when we play the top teams. I think when we play we need to look at like picking up points against the teams that are going to be in and around us, which unfortunately is something we've never done. We always seem to really turn it on against the good teams, and then against the teams that we should be picking up points against,
Do you know,
we don't.
One thing I would say about this Norwich team that I've seen anyway, I don't watch this every week and stuff, but this has got the most identity of a team that I've seen in a long time with
Yeah.
Norwich, mate. I can see what you're doing.
Yeah.
I know what you're playing like. I know
Yeah.
see your style. And so that's something to hang on to.
Yeah, definitely. I think that comes down to how long Fark's been there, and he's sort of built his way. He wants to play, and
It's in there.
we're going for it. But
That's
a
what
lovely
this is
pass.
what you've been, that exact thing there, lads.
This is where Cantwell needs to give us more.
Good, lads!
He's done well.
Yeah,
How
he's
many
been
goals
boss.
did Pookie get them last season?
He was second goal scorer behind
Second goal scorer.
Tony. Brentford, yeah. But I think it was like around about
That's
20.
good.
Oh,
Good,
stop
lads. He's
running
been
again.
everywhere, him. Yes.
Oh, God.
Nice and calm. Nice and calm. There you go.
How did Ivan Toney look last night, Rob?
You look good.
Look good.
Good in the air, isn't he?
He's a handful.
Big guy.
Didn't really
as
have
well.
no many clear-cut
Go,
chances.
go, Self!
Shit.
Go!
Oh, Hanley.
Yes, lad!
There it is.
Yes!
So,
Get in!
No,
that
it's
was
not
the goal
offside.
they
And
needed.
that was
There we
all
go.
because of Hanley.
Get in!
Roberto Firmino. Just come on and in the back of the net. That's exactly what you were looking for, right, Doyle?
Yes, there we
Nobody
go.
was picking him up.
Hopefully
Nope.
game over now. Touch the wood.
If
and
Hanley
that.
didn't, again,
Get in.
that's annoying.
Again, bad at the back.
Yeah, it's just silly again. Hanley just went the wrong way again. I think the ball bounced off him. If that goes out that shot was missing.
Look at no one's.
If
A little
He's
bit
going
unlucky.
for the ball there. Nobody's picking him up, man.
Look at this
It's,
shot. It's going wide.
How is Firmino?
Right,
got,
if
look,
he-
look,
if that
where's
doesn't
where's
go-
the markers? Look,
I
look.
know.
Unlucky again.
I said earlier, didn't I? I said it would be a mistake.
Shocking
Yeah.
defending
It
by
all
Norwich.
comes
I'm
down
sorry.
to quality, lads, and when you take your chances, there you go.
Yeah.
That's two goals.
And
two
it goes on the
mistakes.
Krul's leg again.
The defending's awful there.
Yeah, it is poor.
Yes.
Well, we just need to throw
I think
everything
it's
at it
gonna-
now.
That was all the top three, that as well. I love seeing the
Game,
top
set,
three do
match,
the little
innit?
thing, lads. Makes me happy.
Yeah, that is, and yeah, that is the three back together now, isn't it? Yeah.
Wonderful, lads.
It's brave by Norwich trying to play this way, but I just feel that I kind of played into Liverpool's hands. a bit.
I mean, at
don't
least
go
I've been
to tie with
battered
us.
like Leeds.
Well, it's
Yeah.
still early doors.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything too soon. Actually.
Leeds, mate, when they come up, they've been like phenomenal, haven't they? But
Yeah.
this season, we might see a different Leeds because people might have figured them out. So we'll see.
Well, we were saying earlier,
Three goals.
it could be potentially how Bielsa is. We know that Bielsa is really stubborn in his tactics, his formation. It's Bielsa ball or bust, pretty
Yeah.
much. You know, going to somewhere like United, it's very brave to have that attacking formation, but it can also leave you very open and susceptible to what happened like today.
Yeah.
And you know, last season they got done 6-2 as well. So I think sometimes that's where managers probably need to be a little bit more open to changing their tactics and their mindsets.
It might be what you're saying with Daniel Farke as well. He might need to do when he comes against the high pressing teams. Don't play from the back.
Yeah,
mate,
he
'cause
needs
you're
to.
not
I
gonna
think
get any success
he
from it.
does need to definitely be a little bit less
I
stubborn.
think you're playing into Liverpool's hands.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Playing
yeah,
like
you
this.
are. But
You know,
The goals have come from mistakes.
Yeah.
There you go.
yeah. It's brave to do, man, but I don't understand why
I think there's certain teams we will be able to pull this off against.
I agree, lad,
100%.
definitely. That's what I'm saying. Your
I
style.
think a lot of the league we will be able to play out from the back, and I think we play better football than a lot of teams in the
But
league.
it's just knowing when, as and when to play that.
It is.
exactly.
And these could be the games where we do go and play out from the back against the teams in and around us. But then these sort of games where if we did slightly change our style, we might be able to pick up 1 or 2 extra points, which could be the difference between us staying up and going down.
Is it the type of thing that they, you know, like, especially when it's the first game of the season, first game back with fans, is it the type that, you know, a manager might look and say, well, we're going to play the Norwich way, we're at home, we shouldn't have to change? But is that a bit silly?
Look at
from the
Brentford
manager?
last night. I watched quite a few Brentford games last season when they're in the Championship. And they're a football playing team, aren't they? They play up from the back same way. But last night, they didn't do that at all. They were very direct. As soon as they won the ball straight up to Ivan Toney, held it up, brought the other players, and they were successful. Long throws, they switched it up.
They know when they can do it, they know when they can't.
They know that if they're going to go toe-to-toe, trying to play out from the back with Arsenal, they'll probably get done.
Yeah.
So they switched it up and it worked. So I'm not saying you can't do what Norwich have done today, but I do feel that you have to have a bit more variety to it. I think you're up against Liverpool. I've seen Arsenal do this with Liverpool, where, you know, trying to constantly play out from the back. They're one of the best. They're one of the best pressing teams around.
Yeah, they are.
We are.
The Jurgen press, or what they call it.
Oh my! Did you see that again, lad?
That touch was
I could just watch it like literally a video of his just passes, lad.
Oof. But yeah, no, I think what happened with us, I think we obviously beat City playing out from the back. And I think that was the worst thing that could have happened. Because that happened, and then we're like, right, this works. And then sooner or later, people figured out that's what we were doing, and we've just carried on doing it.
But it obviously worked throughout the Championship last year, didn't it?
Well, it did. But you're not playing the quality of quality of opposition, are you?
You're not.
Like I said, it will work against some teams in the Premier League, but it worked most weeks in the Championship. But
Whoa, lad! Were you blind?
Hello, hit it.
Here's a chance.
Come on.
Oh, did you see that?
Blazed it over the bar.
Why was he so slow then?
He just didn't see the man coming.
He's getting slated by Milner. He fell asleep, didn't he?
Yeah, properly.
That's what we done against City. That exact thing.
I'd love to know what Milner just said to him.
Oh, Rook, that's poor.
Wasn't that a flying on?
He's like, wake
Give him a
up.
slap.
That slap of the head woke him up, didn't it?
Looks tired, like, doesn't he?
He does. He looks like he hasn't slept in about a week.
Look at his eyes, man. Like he's slept for 2 weeks.
Since Robbo got injured, he hadn't slept.
I love
Just
that.
excited for the
Party in
game.
Liverpool, man.
I love that from James Milner, proper captain
Yeah.
behaviour. I
So
literally
what
whacked
are you
him
doing?
round the head.
Soft
he
lad,
loves
what are
it.
you
Slap
doing?
him, man. Yeah,
Wake
slap
up.
him.
Wake
What
up.
are you doing?
I like the way Timmy Cash just took it as well. I was like, fair play, lad.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Sorry, boss. Sorry. Plus side for you, Leon. Ipswich is 16th in League One and they're losing. They're losing.
Music to my ears. They're losing to Burton Albion, I think. So
Burton
I'd rather
Albion.
be losing to Liverpool than Burton Albion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There we go. Silver linings.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Sometimes got to look at the positives.
Just
in
like
life.
you'd rather be crying in a Lamborghini than crying in a Citroen Saxo, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I love how specific that was as well.
It's just because I had a Citroen Saxo, that's why.
So fun.
Now he's got a Lamborghini.
One day.
Someone from called Great Comet said,
Look
"Do
at
you
that
think
again, look at
Vieira will last the season at Palace?"
I'm fearful. Remember when we did that? We spoke about the.
Yeah.
He's going down. I remember I said to you, I'm fearful, man, for Vieira. I mean,
It's a big moment for
they've
Palace.
made a load of changes, but Palace, man.
Big risk.
Big risk. Obviously, we saw them lose today to Chelsea, so there's no issue with that. But it'd be interesting to see the type of football that Vieira plays and what he wants to implement there. There's big changes at Palace.
It's going to be tough.
I can't believe we still haven't made a change.
I really hope he does well. Here we go.
They're
again.
still playing out the back, lads. Still.
There we go. Oh, little
Still
dink
giving it
over
a
the
go.
top. Now he's got to bring it down under pressure. It's just. Oh,
Done well there,
but that's
though,
because you're not at us. You don't need to
But
be
you know
at
what?
us.
You know
Sitting
what, Doyle,
back.
right? The ball's still in their own half. And you
Yeah.
ain't going to score from there, are you?
The whole game's been
Looks
played.
great.
I think what
Yeah.
you try and do is try and suck the
All right, this is better.
There we go. Cantwell, stay on side. What's that?
That was
It's a
terrible.
really poor ball.
was shocking.
Really poor.
That's really unlike him as well. Aaron's is normally.
Yeah, he's a
class
brilliant
there.
player. And oh, Bobby again,
I'll
lad.
get stuck in then. Oh, that's late.
That's a free kick. No.
Chandru Jabby said, "Big up Doyle, the only Liverpool fan that I like."
Oh,
that's nice.
thank you very much.
Most of my
And he
best
only
mates
knows
are
one.
Liverpool fans.
Someone telling me I missed a super chat. Shreth TH said, "No team learnt from Barca and Messi fiasco. These £100 million transfers, big wage, don't make sense, and few clubs to blame this behaviour, especially in COVID times."
It all started with Chelsea. It's all their fault.
It is. As soon as Abramovich landed on that pitch,
Yeah.
everything went to pot.
All their fault. And they've took it to a next level, them to PSG and City, mate.
Selfie boy Dylan said, "Can this guy sing yet?"
Yeah, go ahead, because it's song.
Oh, we're
Like,
2-0 down.
Sing
He
never
no
walk
song
home.
tonight, man. No
Yeah,
song
Come back and we
tonight.
win, I might.
You'll have to book him. You have to book him for a private.
Shout my agent. Or you can go watch me on YouTube if you want.
Plug it, plug it, plug it, plug it, plug it. Oh, Hugo Bossman said, "Sing off Robbie versus X
It's it.
Factor."
It's it now. It's it now. Hey, did you see
Great
that?
goal,
Did you see
Salah.
that? What?
Mohamed Salah.
Off the mark.
Off
Me
the mark.
predictions on 3-0.
I think he was my captain this week.
3-0.
Yeah, it is on.
Nice,
see it
very,
more
very
now, to be
nice.
fair.
Fantastic.
I don't think we're going to see the 3-1 because I
quality.
can't see you getting one.
Fantastic.
So this guy, man, is underrated, man.
So
Yeah.
look at this. He knows exactly what he's doing as soon as he gets the ball. Knocking it out my feet and putting it top in, kid.
If you get
Love
something
that.
down there,
Look at that.
Gives that.
Nice.
Krul, in my opinion, Krul should do better there.
you
There's so many bodies in front of him like
Look,
that.
look how close this is to his body.
Yeah, but look at all the bodies he's coming through.
But
you
also
can't
look
see
at
that.
all
Yeah,
the
yeah, true,
space.
true.
So space,
You know what? Yeah, I think you're
space,
right, you know, I
space
think-
you've left Salah with again.
I think you should save
I
that.
think you got a hand
I think
to
you should
it.
save
Push it around.
Yeah,
But tell me why you leave him with. You leave Mohamed Salah.
Yeah.
All that
I know.
space.
They're sleeping.
You can't not them type.
Who's organising
Those
this
type of
defence?
players, too much quality.
You cannot leave.
I'm going to look forward to the highlights tonight. Definitely.
You going back to Liverpool?
No, I live in London.
Oh,
I
you
live
live in
in
London?
I live 15 minutes away from here.
Do you?
Yeah, in Stoke Newington.
No. Are you Norwich?
Yeah.
You live in London.
No, I'm from Norwich.
You going straight back?
We're going to go through. I'm going to need to have a couple of drinks to drown in my sorrows after this, I think. Go find a pub somewhere and then I'll get the train back in a bit.
Don't cry.
There's a lot of pubs.
Yeah, I did ask
Let's see,
earlier,
went,
didn't I?
go straight, go right. Thousands of them, lads.
There's a lot of pubs around here, man.
Let's hope there's not too many Liverpool fans out and about seeing me in my Norwich shirt. Because I'll get some shit. Now, to be honest, like
Started well, Norwich as well.
we did start well, and I knew that if after the first goal went in, at half time I thought there could be something in it, but we just didn't even come out of the blocks in the second half. We just let them come at us the whole time. They've dominated the second half, and we just haven't.
Come on, get one back, get one back.
Oh, well.
Nah.
Don't
Hey,
shut up,
boy.
lad. Talking about
Ben.
diving. Hey, was that a dive?
Yeah, that's not a pen.
I have to say, that side of the room shouldn't even be
Has he booked in
commenting
for diving? now?
when it comes to diving.
No one's ever dived on a Liverpool team, ever. Okay? It's never happened.
Penalty, nailed on.
Kingsley Green said, "Rob, were you happy at all for Ivan Toney after the win as a Jamaican?"
Is he? I don't think he's Jamaican, is he?
I don't know.
I think he's from St Vincent.
Kingsley Green, check your facts.
Yeah, he's from St Vincent.
Let us know if that's
but
correct.
Listen, fair play to him, man. He had a good game. Respect for a guy that's come up. He didn't score in the game, but I think he showed that he's
Got
going
the
to be.
quality. Got the
He's going to
quality.
be good in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a handful.
I think that's always the question when you come up from the Championship and you've scored a lot of goals like that. The first thing everyone says is, "Yeah, but can you do it in the Premier League?"
Oh yeah.
And I think based on that performance, even though we didn't score, he didn't have to
Yeah.
score. He just looked.
That's the question. You know, it is a big jump.
Yeah,
When
Yeah.
you play, you know, you're seeing it today. You know what I mean?
massive.
When you play in this league, man, and you're up against players of the quality of Salah,
2 strikers.
you just give them a little bit, and you know.
It's the
Right,
best.
finally, we're seeing some changes here.
Two
Finally.
strikers.
It's a bit late, like.
76th minute. Why do managers make
I know.
reactive substitutions
Daniel
always?
Farke does this all the time, and
Why
it's
is
the
that?
only frustrating thing about him.
Who is this, lad? I recognise him.
Josh Sargent. He's
Is he the
from
American then?
Werder Bremen.
Is
This
he
is his
the
first
American
game, debut.
Is he American?
Sorry?
Is he American?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Who's the other ones coming
Adam
on?
Ida,
Adam
Northern
Ida.
Ireland International. He's only like 19 or 20, I think.
Wait, does he come through the
I can
ranks?
give you a story about him. When we played Norwich last time when you were up, and we met some friends up there in Norwich, and we went to a club afterwards. And we was in like this VIP era, and
I bet I know where you were.
the friends from Norwich invited him in, the Ida,
Yeah.
and one of our guys was a bit pissed and he's going, "Where you going? Get out! What are you doing?" And then they would go, "No, he plays for Norwich." He goes, "Oh, I don't care. Get out!" But then I saw him play in a game. He scored a hat trick.
Yeah, in the League Cup. Yeah.
And then I'm saying, "I'm mate, remember that guy? That's the guy you kicked out of the VIP." Oh yeah, he goes in. Because I didn't realise because I thought he was blagging when he said he was a footballer.
Yeah, no, it's a good play. He starts for Northern Ireland every time he does.
Yeah. Sloth UK said 5th season in a row Salah has scored in the first game of the season. Why is it that no one?
How many in a row?
5 in a row. 5 years in a row.
5 seasons in a row.
5 seasons in a row. He scored the
I'll
first
tell
game
you,
of the
he
season.
doesn't get. I'm telling you, that guy does not get the respect.
Why is that?
I don't know.
And he's always up there with the top
Is it-
scorers.
is it-
Because if Salah was European or even South American, I think he would get the respect. I think
It's exactly
because from
that.
Egypt, he doesn't get the respect. You know what I mean? He I don't know. People are like, yeah, Salah's a good player, but
Do you think he'd get?
unreal?
Do you think he'd get that respect if he went to a different league? If he went somewhere in
It's
Spain?
nothing to do with the league. I just feel that if he was Brazilian, if he was European, everybody would be eulogising about him all the time, right? But they don't. I think it's because he's from Egypt.
It is.
He just doesn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he's unreal. Look at the guy's goal scoring record, and he does it every. I remember when. I think there's that season he scored like the 50 goals or 40 something goals.
That was his
right?
first season, that one.
And then people were like, yeah, but he can't do that. And then he came back the next season.
5 seasons.
And he did it again.
Yeah.
Like, not that, you know, he scored, what, 25, 30?
He's been in
And
contention
he does that every
season.
year.
He's won the Golden Boot most years he's been here.
Yeah, but yet still,
It almost,
they'll talk,
not
you
fair,
know,
lad.
people talk of Harry Kane, they'll talk about all these other strikers, but they won't really.
It's the media.
He's almost sometimes like an afterthought. Oh yeah, Salah.
It's the media, mate.
it's almost a bit of a shame
The
that
media promote
his
these.
national side aren't successful. You know, like I think if he was going to a national team where he's getting to major finals and you know with whatever continent it is, you know, I think he'd probably get more respect
Yeah.
on his name, wouldn't he? But he definitely does deserve more.
Yeah, no, he's an unbelievable player, man.
He is, and he's hungry. He always wants to play. Like, look at him.
Yeah,
Missed the
he's
chance and he's
passionate,
pissed
mate.
off with himself.
Yeah,
He's like,
and 3-0 up.
Yeah.
Love that man, lad. He's great. Tenacity is unbelievable, and his ability is as well to match.
People say it's because he's selfish. Salah creates loads of chances, does get assists, but he's still selfish. Kane creates less.
Every good striker is selfish.
Strikers are selfish, though.
That's the point.
It is a good point.
That's why
It's a
Pookie
good
didn't
point.
score out earlier.
Harry Kane,
Strikers are
selfish.
selfish, man.
Suarez, selfish.
You even hear strikers like, I speak to Ian Wright and that, and he'll be like, nah, man, I ain't passing that.
Yeah.
Well, I want to go for myself.
Pookie just done it before.
Yeah.
Pookie was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm not passing that. I can score this probably.
Yeah.
I'm
Every-
just
look at-
reading the chat.
Sorry. I'm very passionate
look how
about the most
selfish
Salah
Chris-
thing.
Hello. Go on.
Nick
Bit-
one
Oh,
back.
them
selfish,
long legs there.
Cristiano Ronaldo, look
Yeah,
how
the
selfish
most
he is.
selfish, and that's why strikers
Yeah.
are always the ones that are lauded because
Mbappe,
they get the goals.
all
in
these
the end.
guys, I mean, you've got to be a bit selfish.
Apparently, Haaland's got 2 goals and 3 assists today. We'll have to check that one out. see if that's true.
What the hell is that kid?
But look, you have to
What's
say,
he
I don't
eating?
believe it will be the same. I
What is
don't
he
believe it'll
eating?
be the same in the Premier League.
No, I
wouldn't.
agree. I don't think
it
he would.
wouldn't.
But still, wow.
Haaland gets to have that type of a day every week in, week
No,
out. I don't think it would happen.
Well, I
Definitely
think
not.
he'll do well in the
I
Premier
think he'll
League.
do well. I don't
I think
think
he will.
Especially in a City side.
Yeah,
Because
he do, yeah,
that
in a
guy is
situation.
good, man. He's good.
So it's these young players like Mbappe's and Trent's and Haaland's. You're like, proper young players. They're only like 21. How are they that good?
I know.
I know,
It's insane.
sickening.
It is.
I'll give you
Sickening.
I'll give you another player who doesn't, to me, get the respect he deserves, although he's unreal, is Lewandowski.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's the best
Unreal
number 9 in the
player,
world.
unreal. You saw him
Even in the Euros.
You saw him in the Euros, isn't it? Like a very average Polish
Yeah.
team, but he still did his thing.
He's the best number 9 in the world, in my opinion.
He's brilliant.
Super chat here from Shreth TH said, when the other PL teams are buying strikers, Only AFC rumoured being to sell Uber and
Leave us
Mata.
alone, man.
Few new outlets saying they fell out with Mikel due to behaviour. We had said about discipline
where are you
before,
going,
didn't we?
Huh?
We were talking about discipline
Listen,
earlier.
they say they didn't play neither of the two of them yesterday. They said they were ill, and then now there's rumours that they won't be playing next week. And for me, if it's not COVID, it's got to be a discipline issue.
Yeah. I think you're probably about right.
Who knows? I don't
Is
know.
that Elliot coming on?
Yep, the boy.
Naby
there we go.
Keita going
First
off.
game, he's on the pitch. That's what we're going to be doing, this kid.
Interesting, that is.
Harvey Elliott.
Tell you what though, today with you having Van Dijk back,
It's been great, hasn't
it's made it, well, it hasn't
Wonderful.
been great.
it? Mwah.
But you can really see the difference.
This makes
Just
me
the
happy.
presence. Like
Yeah.
Pookie has not had a sniff.
No.
Any balls in the air, anything in the air, like, and there's not many strikers that have got the height that they can compete with him.
Same with Matip,
It's
though.
just-
Matip, in my opinion, is probably one of the... He's a fantastic footballer. I sometimes used to say that he's better than all of our defenders. Like genuinely, his ability on the ball was incredible.
But Matip, yeah.
He used to run up the pitch, lad, and take everyone on it.
Yeah.
Look at Elliot. Oh my God.
Let's see
He's
what
an
else.
exciting player.
He is.
He'll be buzzing as well.
Oh,
Great comment, said Abby, would you rather keep Harry Kane or win a trophy this season? I'll be honest, I think without Harry Kane, we don't win anything this season.
oh, this is footy, this, you know. Come on, boys.
Someone said, Bayern willing to exchange Tolisso for Bellerin. I hope it happens. Why
I saw that.
Why on earth would they do that?
God, this is
Tolisso?
depressing
Tolisso
now.
for Bellerin.
This is
can't-
blow the whistle
Surely
time now
someone's
for
just,
us.
banned.
No, that has been a rumour.
Yeah, I've seen that myself, actually. I've seen Bellerin going there, but I didn't know it was Tolisso.
Arrange it now.
You said 3-0, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just...
Sky Sports, you watching? Get me on as a pundit, the boys.
They're biased enough towards Liverpool. We can just keep them out.
Yeah, to be fair, they are actually.
Yeah, how
They
many more
love
Liverpool? We've
Liverpool,
got
don't
Carragher on there. They got my boy Ty sorted Carragher out. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, he did. He tried. Oh yeah, this is just blow the whistle time now for us. It's just we're not creating anything. We're just kicking it out every time. Like
Our score still says 2-0 on our screen, did you know? Well, just everyone who's
We're
watching,
trying to-
we
trying
know
to
it's
be
3-0.
yeah, I'll
Trying to
take
be
that.
kind.
Yeah, trying to be kind.
Yeah, this is great for me to see Liverpool managing the game properly.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's-
feeling scared about nothing. It's like, finally I feel like Liverpool again.
It reminds me of England in the Euros when we were going ahead and just like sucking all the pressure I had keeping hold of the ball.
Mo Salah's insane, lad.
Oh my word!
Who's your next fixture?
We've got Burnley.
Then
Maybe, I don't know, you know. I'm gonna
have a look at your fixtures. I want to see when you've
Strength
got
of
someone
Salah
actually
there.
of real meat.
Oh, do you hear that? Leon, lads. Hey.
Sorry,
Hey.
I just meant a bit of a meatier game.
Well, all right, yeah.
Opponent.
Cheers.
Just someone that can test Liverpool, you know?
Yeah. We'll
No
that's
offence.
right. We've got Man
Yeah.
City next week.
No.
So
We
we'll
got
sort them
Chelsea,
out.
their game. 28th.
28th,
Yeah, Chelsea.
August.
Yeah. That's a good game.
Robbie Singh said
Who you got
North London
we've
rivals
got
fighting to see who can
Burnley
keep their
next and
striker
then Chelsea.
longer.
Oh,
What were you saying? Burnley got a bit more meat than Norwich.
No, I said when
I mean,
The flame
to
in
be
his
fair,
eyes then.
I do love a bit of Burnley. Burnley, they just eat nails for breakfast.
Yeah, they play on a boggy pitch as well, lad. They
Yeah,
just,
they
do you
do.
know what they do?
They
They
don't
wake
even have
up
a
in the
groundsman,
morning,
mate.
eat
They
bricks,
do it
lad, and then put
themselves.
water all over the fish.
Yeah.
And send the cow out onto the pitch and just go stamp everywhere, cow. Just stamp.
Harley MCFC said Burnley are clear of Norwich. That hurt you.
I think, I don't know. I mean, yeah, statistically, yeah, they've stayed up for a few years.
Here's a chance.
Here it
Go
is.
on. Oh, save.
Oh my god.
Good lad to you.
How have we not scored
Because he's
that?
the best goalkeeper in the world, lad, that's why.
Well, no, that's because
I
you've
have to
got
say, I think
Grant
that was-
Hanley swinging his big feet.
I think that was more down to...
Denied, kids.
Why is our centre
That was more
half
down to the
there?
fact that Norwich were just all over the place.
They were a little
Hit
scramble,
it.
like,
Here's
someone
the
just
job,
say
hit
it, come
it.
on.
Oh, you useless. Oh,
How have you not
Nice
put
that.
it in the back of
Nice
the net? How have you not?
that's so depressing. Look at the state of this. And why is it
This
our
is a
two
good
centre
save,
halves?
Best boys. What? This is look.
Look, you've got Ben
That's a
Gibson and
save,
Grant
that.
Hanley trying to score for us. Our two centre halves.
I like the way Alisson just went like that at the end. He just went, nah, just go away, innit? That's a save, that.
Good save.
And then what?
Made himself big.
And then this from Hanley. What's he
Scrambly
doing?
also.
Oh my word! So watching Sandy Lee.
No.
Well, that
Is
should have
it?
been a goal. That would have been a little bit of pride restored at home.
Someone said 3-1 as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Was it you that said 3-1?
I said 3-1.
Yeah.
I just thought Norwich might get a consolation.
Well, if there was a chance, that was it.
Yeah, it's looking pretty unlikely now. Milan said,
Oh.
Robbie, do you really think Arsenal could get top 4?
No.
Straight to the point, like it. No dilly-dallying on that one.
Oh.
Oh my God.
See, they were just relentless with the high press. It's mad.
It's just torn them apart, innit?
Go ahead, show them. Oh, unlucky lad.
Come on.
Do you know
don't
what
let another
Elliot
goal
actually
in.
reminds me of, which is
Keane
weird?
trying to play it
4-0
there.
on the first game just didn't good. Like, don't let another goal in.
Hey, do you know who Elliot actually reminds me of? Salah.
Who's
Who?
that?
Does? He reminds me of Salah. Elliot.
Harvey Elliott.
Yeah,
Big name you're putting on that.
I know.
I think Elliot's going to be amazing.
Top draw, like.
I think he's.
He's
gonna
at
be-
Fulham, wasn't
Yeah, and then he went to Blackburn with us on loan.
He's
and
English,
he done
isn't he?
brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be one for the future without a doubt. God, he'll be worth some money, especially with him being English. Give
Yeah.
him 5 years, mate.
Silly, isn't it, how much
Oh.
English players are worth, like.
Innit? Give him 5 years there, especially if he's playing. Hello.
Ooh.
Do you know what's really strange here in Americans in the Premier League? Like,
Pulisic, lad.
It's just I think it's quite cool, but it's just unusual. Like when I heard his interview, it's like I felt like I was watching like Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
It's like when you watch Pulisic, isn't it?
yeah.
I love the memes that come out every time Pulisic does a thing.
Yeah, it's
about
like-
him.
Pulisic is the best American player I think I've ever seen.
Yes,
Yeah.
Is there any other one that's better than him? Can you name anyone?
No.
I don't think so.
Dempsey.
Clint Dempsey,
Oh,
man.
Dempsey.
Oh, yeah.
Clint Dempsey was a baller, man.
He was.
Baller.
Was Tim Howard?
It was.
Was
Tim
it?
Howard
Yeah.
as well, yeah. Tim Howard, like, but he played for Everton, so he doesn't count.
Clint Dempsey played for Spurs. That was very nice of you, Rob. Did you
No,
get that?
I'm talking about when he's
When
at
he was at
Fulham.
Fulham.
Looks quite strong.
No, he's crap
Sergeant,
at Spurs, but at Fulham he was a baller.
I like Clint Dempsey. He's
Go on,
alright.
come on, let's get one, boys. Where's all this come from now? Oh,
We're getting
hell.
lazy, lad, because we've won the game. We're like, nah.
yeah, that is literally what it is.
Annie Rudd Panika said, love how you're all now covering all the matches and you have brought fans in from both sides for each one. Hope we see this every weekend. Big up, Don Robbie. Big up, Don
Big up
Robbie.
the Don.
We want to get the real fans in of their clubs, you know what I mean? So great to have a Norwich fan here, trust me.
Have you had one before?
Annoying to have a Liverpool. No, I'm only joking. So we love
That's
having
my
Doyle in
job.
here, man. We
That's
love
my
having
job.
Doyle. And of course, earlier on we had a Leeds fan and a Man United
fan.
fan. So no, it's been brilliant. I love. You get the real passion when you get the real fans in.
Go on.
Salah again. Why was he cutting it back?
See, look, he's not
Why
that
was
selfish.
Salah? That's not Salah. He normally, Salah never passes there.
Even he's thinking, I shouldn't have passed
He's
that
like,
then.
I'm never doing that again,
Yeah,
mate. You know, you
that's
lot
why
are
I
fit.
don't pass.
I'm like, his goal count.
Harley MCFC said, where's the City kit in the back? Do you want to explain, Rob, how the set's working with the changing of the shirts?
Yeah, I mean the shirts will so for the game tomorrow.
Okay.
It's Man City Tottenham, so you'll see a Tottenham and Man City shirt up there, and we've got all the shirts of all the clubs in the Premier League. So we'll always be alternating them. You can see the Norwich shirt up there. There's the Liverpool shirt. Wolves, Leicester. Well, we've got Watford up there. Brentford. Look, for all you Brentford fans, you think I'm being biased? No.
That just doesn't look
Villa.
like a Premier League kit, does it?
That's
Doesn't.
yeah. Stoke. That's what I called them yesterday. Stoke. They're having a go at me. Brighton shirt, Newcastle, and West Ham. But we got all the other kits as well. So yeah, we'll be changing them and alternating them, and the teams that always have the teams that are playing up on there. But
They've got just some nice kits floating about this season.
There are.
Your fair kit's lovely.
yeah,
Really nice kit.
The yellow one?
better than the team. I love how
It's like greyish with like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is
I
nice.
love the yellow.
That is
Same
nice.
with Spurs. Have got like.
What do you think's the nicest kit up there?
We like
apart
that,
from-
like the Galaxy
Apart from
kit.
your
Yeah,
own, apart from your own, which one of these kits are the nicest?
I like Brighton's, I'm not going to lie, and I like Newcastle's.
You like the buttons? Is that what you
I
like?
thought that Watford one.
I just like old-fashioned kits.
I
like,
do prefer.
yeah.
I quite like the Watford one and the Wolves one as well, actually.
Has
Wolves
it
one's
cast
quite
on? Oh, sorry, I shouldn't say that. But yeah,
Do you know, I always like Kappa.
Kappa. Do you remember they used to
Villa.
spar Barca? That's where they used to.
Yeah, Kappa. I like Kappa as like an old school, you know.
Let us know what your favourite kit is, guys, in the chat.
I think they're the only Kappa kit in the league, actually. I think
That's
we're,
it,
we're
that's
the
it.
only.
And that is it. That is
That's
a
it.
wrap. Full
3-0
time.
Doyle is annoying. He got the score
It
exactly
is.
right as well,
Full
didn't he?
time at Carrow
It's one of them ones, isn't it?
Very happy Doyle next to us. Routine win for Liverpool 3-0. Are you very happy?
I am ecstatic. Great way to start the season. Can't wait to watch the highlights today. It's so nice to have the fans back. It's so nice to be watching football again. This is what it's all about, isn't it? 3-0.
It is. 3-0. Back to business. Leon, tough start.
Tough. I mean, yeah. I didn't really expect massive things from this game. It's just, I think we've got a few new signings in. It's nice to get them out on the pitch today and sort of, you know, we can get a little bit of experience of them playing together now. And it's just, I think we've just got to really brace ourselves for the next few games and get them out of the way. And then we've got to really focus on the teams that are going to be in and around us at the end. Because, you know, with newly promoted side, everyone knows that we're a bit of a yo-yo club. Hopefully we put the end to that this year, but with Liverpool and Man City being our first two games, it's just it's a big ask for Norwich. It's a big ask.
It is. Big ask. Rob, did you like that game?
Yeah, it's a good game. Liverpool, you know, we all wondered what sort of Liverpool we're going to get this season. You can see they look good, and as you said earlier, with Van Dijk back, it's just that presence.
Yeah.
At the back.
You know what I mean? That, you know, although they weren't really troubled much at the back, but Van Dijk just brings a
Assurance,
calmness, assurance. He's just, you know that's a world-class player at the back. And even as you as a striker, you're thinking, well, I'm up against Van Dijk. It's a different proposition to what we saw last season. So impressive by Liverpool, impressive start, 3-0 away from home to a newly promoted team. Arsenal was up against a newly promoted team last night, flopped. Liverpool showed them how you do it, you know.
Yeah.
But the one thing I would say with Norwich, you know, I think they're going to have to figure out some different ways of playing. There's certain teams you're going to be able to play like that, be brave, that risk and reward,
Yeah.
you know, and it will work. There's other teams like Liverpool, I just think that those tactics are not going to work. You know, the game was played in Norwich's half. They had loads of possession, but Liverpool just waited for them, pressed them, won the ball, just won. All the goals are from mistakes from playing out of the back, and Liverpool just capitalised and won it pretty easily. Didn't threaten enough. They need to get the ball up into Liverpool's half more and test them. But it's the first game, you know. Norwich are back in the division, and I'm sure they'll learn from that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's all the big boys have turned up so far, isn't it?
They
Really,
have.
Liverpool have, Man United earlier on, you know, Chelsea,
City will
you know,
tomorrow.
so.
They have. Adita Kuti said Liverpool be a dark horse in the title race. Many people writing off, but be careful
Promise you.
what you wish.
Promise you.
Yeah.
It's weird that Liverpool are seen as a dark horse.
It's crazy because we were the way we played last season when
Yeah,
we didn't
that is
I
have
think it's
that.
because also they
literally
haven't
spanners
actually
and young
strengthened.
strengthened, yeah.
But I think there's one thing that Doyle said earlier, right, that, you know, is going to be very important for Liverpool, and that's having the fans back, right?
Yeah.
Like Anfield last year, we hadn't lost at Anfield for years.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, everyone was going to Anfield and winning
Winning.
games. because there were
Burnley
no
beat
fans.
us. Burnley beat us at
know?
Anfield.
Sorry?
It's the first time Burnley beat us at Anfield for the first time
Yeah,
in
yeah.
60
And
years.
do you remember when
Yeah.
Villa beat you?
Yeah.
7-2, wasn't it? What a day that
Yeah.
was. Let's go over to Dave.
Dave
With
over here.
Dave,
Skegness Dave.
Skegness Dave, hit us with some facts to finish us
I'm
out.
going to hit you with some facts. So overall, Liverpool dominated the game. We all saw that across the whole match. Liverpool actually developed themselves a bit more possession-wise into the second half. Did control the ball much better. I think Salah was outstanding today.
Yeah.
Across the whole game, man of the match, squared it across nicely for Bobby, obviously, to slot it through, and obviously got a goal himself. So Salah definitely for me, man of the match. If I'm looking at other stats, 12 goal attempts for Liverpool, shots on target 6 to 2 for Norwich. Shots off target 6-6, and yeah, set pieces across the whole thing. I mean, Norwich had loads of corners.
Yeah.
didn't convert one at all, and the actual set piece that actually led towards Alisson's brilliant save, I think, was pretty much Norwich's best chance of the half. But overall, very convincing performance from Liverpool. Let's round up obviously the games across the day as well. We had Man United beating Leeds 5-1, Burnley lost 2-1 to Brighton, Chelsea 3-0 for Crystal Palace, Everton 3, Southampton 1, Leicester City 1, Wolverhampton 0, Watford 3, Aston Villa 2, and of course the game that we just watched, Norwich 0, Liverpool 3.
Thank you very much, Dave. Just before we round up, Alex Holt in the Super Chat said, we played like Arsenal, lumping the ball forward into the box with someone that's 5'2".
That's what they said about
That's what
Norwich.
they said about Norwich.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we lumped it forward too much.
I think you could have done with lumping it forward a bit
We played it
more.
around at the back a bit too much, if anything. But when we did lump it forward, like I said earlier, Pukki's surrounded by these giants, and Pukki's not even, I wouldn't say he's short, but he's average height. And when you're surrounded by people who are like, I don't even know what Van Dijk is, what, 6'4", 6'.
He's just a god.
But even like he just
Just is, bro.
like it's impossible. It's impossible to compete, like especially on your own. So yeah, they need to definitely figure out a different way of getting forward, getting at other teams.
Absolutely, otherwise it'll be a very long season
It will.
for Norwich.
It will indeed.
Thank you so much, Doyle, for joining us.
No problem.
Enjoyed
Thank you
yourself.
for having me. It's been
Pleasure.
great. Loved it.
A lovely win for you as well. Not so lovely for you. Long
No.
trip home.
No, thanks for having me
but
again.
Thank you, Leon. No song to sing us out.
Unfortunately not, no.
I gave it a go, guys. And of course, Rob, who'll be back tomorrow hosting.
No song for me either. You know what I mean? Next time we get you back, man, we're holding you to that.
Yeah,
right?
next
if
time
we
you
win-
come,
you come,
sing.
If we get a win, I'll sing.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we'll do the
There's
X
been
Factor.
some shouts for it in the chat. Rob will be back tomorrow, obviously, with Spurs City watch along, so make sure you tune into that. But everyone, have a great evening and thank you for watching.